continuous broadcasting, that was all carrier, no voice. Gatwick traffic, Presidential 175 is overhead Holly 9000, turning now towards Willow.
Hello friends, followers and channel members, happy Monday. It's the first flight of the week and we're off to a new destination for us today. I've never been here before in the sim, I've never been there in real life, I've never been here in any simulator, so always great fun to check out new destinations. This is a real world flight as well. In fact, I think this flight flew yesterday. It's not flying today, but then it flies again tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, off to somewhere new is always great fun. Looking forward to checking it out. It's only an hour's flight time as well, so if, and this is always a big if with my life if you're familiar with the channel, if we can get in and there's no real issues and time's looking good, we'll also attempt the return back here to London Gatwick as well. So thank you so much guys for jumping on board with us. Hope you're all having a great Monday. Let's just jump into the chat. Welcome everyone here, thank you so much for joining us. Hello to Barry. Hey Barry, good to see you. Christian is also here as well, who's off to the Sawarasaurus Rex Airport in Mauritius. Christian, it's yeah, an absolutely gorgeous place to go. I went for my honeymoon in Mauritius and that's where we went in, and how I learnt about the airport. Yeah, gorgeous place. Need to go back there without kids. And welcome to Liana, David, Ellen as well. John Sleepers here. Jordan has gifted 1 Easyjet Sim Pilot channel membership, our first channelship members of the week and of the stream. Thank you so much, Jordan. Great to have you on board as always. Thank you so much for your support as well. We've not even got started yet, Jordan. That is immense. Thank you so much. Non-pilot pilot, good morning to you. Marcel, Wally and Elliot is here as well. Zara and James Starkey being the recipient of that membership gift. Thank you again to Jordan for that. Hey Kevin, hey Nolex Doctor on board, hello. Says flying into this into a little village in France is always satisfying. Yeah, nice weather, bit of wine and cheese and a bit of fruit, although I'm not sure about the weather today. Actually the weather is I think it's not looking great there, to be honest. I think it could be quite a bumpy ride in. Hey, Matt Jensen, GB Aviation, Chris Cooks here as well. Thank you guys. Right, let's get on and get going. Shout out as well to our Twitch viewers. Hey, Lemon. Hey, Julie, Charles, Mike. Good morning to you as well. Lemon, you could imagine me just staying in the airport during the honeymoon. not in Mauritius. Mauritius was far too gorgeous. Even I would leave the airport because of that. The operational flight plan is pinned into the chat, so you can check that out for yourself if you're watching on YouTube. Woodcut, any idea why Easyjet don't fly to the East Midlands? They sometimes do during the summer months if there's demand, but it's not a base for Easyjet, but they do have the occasional flight during the summer months. Right. Let's get in. Oh, before we do, Elliot says he's just purchased the Fenix today. Oh, Elliot, you know, I don't know if you have a wife, a partner, or what, but if you have, then you're going to abandon them for a while once you get into this aircraft. It's so good. All right, so our aircraft is set in turnaround state as per usual for this time of day. And yeah, let's just do the usual stuff then. So navilogo lights are on, acupressures good, spoilers, flaps, parking brake is set. That's fine. I think we might have got some ATC for Andrew as well. Let's quickly grab the ATIS then, 13652. Then we'll start getting passengers on. 1365225. Let's see what we've got.
6 left, transition level, flight level 70, surface wind 010 degrees 9 knots, varying between 320 and 090 degrees, visibility 10 kilometers or more, broken 4,000 feet, temperature +18, dew point +8, QNH 1020. Acknowledge receipt of information India, and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay, that's straightforward. We've got our weather. Let's have a look then at our flight plan. So here it is. Let's have a quick look, see what we've got. How heavy are we? Now this is the interesting thing as well. It's not massively a massive runway, this one. It's not, you know, Jersey short, but it's about 2,200 meters, something like that. So payload is 14,758. Shear rate looks fine. Landing weight is going to be about 61.5 tons. Flight level 270. That's quite low, isn't it? Alternates Bordeaux. To be fair, the flight level is probably so low because it's not that long a flight. Runway 03, it's an RM pre-approach runway 03 as well today. 362 miles, 5.5 tons of log fuel, CNR 2.6. Let's have a look then and see what we've got with regards to the moors. They're all okay. Let's have a look at the weather then. So yeah, just some visibility and a bit of low cloud. That's about 2,000 feet. Looks like yeah, so actually that ceiling's at 1,000 feet where we're going, and visibility is about 2,000 meters. So that's okay. We can still get in. Winds are looking fine. All the alternates look fine as well. Bordeaux actually doesn't look too much better than Limoges, but still, they're gettingable. It's Cat 1 conditions. Let's have a look at the weather brief then. So we've got winds currently northerly. Not too strong. Visibility is fine. Few clouds 2007. QNH 1016. Tempo 4,000 meters. Showers of rain and broken towering cumulus at 2,000 feet. So yeah, that's going to be something to watch out for as we go. This is where weather radar would be fantastic if it works, but sadly it doesn't. What's the date today? It's the 22nd, isn't it? Oh yeah, so look, there we go, thunderstorms and rain. So there is a potential for those CBs and thunderstorms to get in there if we're not careful. So just want to be mindful of that. I would say Bordeaux also showing very similar forecast on weather as well. Let's just have a look then. I'd say all the others are pretty straightforward and good. Let's have a look at the forecast and Sigma charts. Oh, there we go. That's it. Yeah. Isolated embedded cumulonimbus clouds up to 35,000 feet. Yeah, we can see all of this. Then looks like all of this looks like this area could be quite interesting. Yeah, alright, so extra fuel, I think so, but how much extra fuel can we take? Because like we said, it's not the longest runway in the world, is it? Let's have a look. So landing weight 61.5. We wanted to throw an extra ton of fuel on there. That would take us to about 62.5. Okay, let's check that out and see if that's doable. So Lima Fox. What the hell's the code for this place? Lima Fox Bravo Lima. That's going to be runway 03. It's not raining yet. Could be though. Could be a little bit later on. So if we just have a look if it's dry. Let's apply that METAR. Landing weight. What did I say? 62.5. Let's go 62.7. Just be conservative with that. So that's all right. That's flap full and low brake. If it does start to rain, then auto brake medium. We can still get in at 62.7. So if that's the case, that's our sort of dispatch calculation. Let's throw extra ton of fuel on board, so we'll go 6.5 tons of fuel, and that should then sort us out. And we'll, yeah, we should be all right there. We've got plenty of different places that we can go to divert to as well. Now, apparently, HD's also had a power cut, which means he's not here, but he's knocking around. He has provided a bit of details with regards to this airport. Looks like there aren't any restrictions with the regulated landing weight or regulated takeoff weight, so that's okay. So let's have a look. We've said what we're going to take. We're going to take 6.5 tons of fuel. That's fine. Great. Let's tell the cabin crew we know what we want. We're going to get everyone on board and start the boarding process then.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so you can now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you. No problem.
Okay, so passengers are coming on board. Let's go through and sort ourselves out. So if we can push back in the next, well, that says 10 minutes, so that's not going to happen. If we can push back to the next 20, that'd be nice. Let's go through with what we need to do. So 1020, that's fine. It's guard frequency on as well on
Contact.
VHF2. Yes, it is. I can come off.
Gatwick in
They're fine, thrust levers, mode masters, they're okay as well. Get the constraints on there, initial climb out here, we're expecting Bogner 1 X-ray, so that's 5,000 feet. Leanne, you want me to pronounce the place Limoges? I'll pronounce it however the hell you want, you know how my pronunciations are just awful anyway. Right, so I'll get passengers on. Doors are opening, here they come. So, let's see. Let's go and get the box all set up. We'll turn this up as well. I don't think pre-departure clearance is been accepted today, so we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. IRS, 3.5 greens, acro status, yeah, fine. Okay, so, sun's just started to reflect off the screen now. Come on, there we go. Right, so our call sign today, Easy 62 Fox Whiskey. Be a cost index of 4 as per usual, won't it? 270 and the tropo is 385. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that. They're pretty much the same, so I'm happy with that. Grab the wins. IRS 510943445. That's okay. And 270 at what was that temperature? 270 watt 37. Okay, so flight plan is 26 left, Bogner 1 X-ray departure, and then at the other end, where are we going? RNAV 03, Balan 3 Mike. There it is. Now, what is the VIA? So don't know this airport, so check the charts, don't guess. Nerty, I think, will be the ones we're coming in. Balan, yeah, Nerty. So, pop that in. Right, operational flight plan. We have got 362 miles, 363 miles. That's fine. Radnav here for Gatwick. Just put the Mayfield VOR in case we have to hold there for some reason. Hey Mushroom Badger, so the operational flight plan that I'm using is the Easyjet layout, so if you change that in Simbrief, you too can also get the dropper balls as well. Right, okay, have we got our load sheet at all? Has dispatch sorted me out? I think they might have actually. There it is. So zero fuel weight is 58.8. Mouse cursor turned into a little scroll wheel then for some reason. And our zero fuel weight CFG is 30.7. Fuel for our alternate and Bordeaux is, call it 1.5. Fuel planning, and we're going to be taking, what did I say we're taking? We're going to take 6.5 tons, aren't we? It wants 5.8. That's fine. So with the extra there, that's an extra 22 minutes, 700 kilograms. And a takeoff weight of 65.1. I do like doing these short flights, particularly if we can get the return in as well. It's a great way to spend an afternoon. Okay, that's done. Let's have a look at the takeoff performance data then. Oh, one more thing just to grab off the load sheet. CFG for takeoff 29.2. Okay, so on to the... let's have a look at our takeoff information. So it is dry here, going to use flaps 1, no need to force target, they'll be off. Takeoff weight is 65.1, so we're below max landing weight, and 29.2. Grab the live weather, and if we can have a look at, oh, wrong one, 26 left. Yeah, 26 left. Dry, grab the intersection data, and we go via Bravo 1 for this. There we are. 143, 143, 145. Just check that again. 335, yeah, that's fine. Flaps 1, and flex today is 66. Okay, that's done. Let's just jump over to SimSmart for London Gatwick's thrust reduction acceleration. I know they're right just from experience, but get the engine out procedure because I don't know that well enough to commit it to memory. So we'll just throw anything we want in here. None of these matter. 1196, yep, 1196, 1196, thrust reduction acceleration and engine out acceleration, they're all fine. And then the engine out procedure is 1700 left turn Willow. Okay, secondary flight plan. Hey, good afternoon, HD. Good to see you in the chat. Are you? Yeah, I've seen the. I saw your messages. Thank you so much for that. How's the power cut? Right, secondary flight plan. Copy the active. Out Sid. Pop that in there, and we shall base that off Echo Golf. Kilo 26 left. What's the runway track? It is 257, and it's standard, so we'll make that 50 miles out. And then after that, it's left turn to Willow. Where we shall hold 284 left turns. There we go. And then back to back here to Gatwick. Should that break? Why am I typing in the runway? Don't type in the runway. 26 left. That's the one. No start. We're coming via Willow. Fine. And just double check. That looks straight out. Left turn Willow, and then all the way back around and in. A beautiful linking up engine out procedure. Alright, so all that's done. Let's do the brief then. So departure brief, starting with the weather. The weather here in Gatwick is fine. Wind 010 at 9, so just might feel that a little bit from the right as we depart. Varying 320090. Its visibility is fine, 10 kilometers one. We've got broken 4,000 feet. QNH 1020. That's set. We've got current information. India. Weather en route is fine until we actually start to get towards our destination, where it looks like we're going to be descending through CBs and maybe the potential thunderstorms, so we want to be very careful of that. Sadly, of course, we have got no weather radar, so that's something we're just going to have to use our eyes for, sadly, today. Aircraft is fully serviceable. The only thing in the tech log, of course, is our weather radar, not yet working. No TAMs for Gatwick. I hadn't had time to check these, but quick look to see if we've got anything. Final model aircraft, yeah. Taxiway Yankee is closed due to work in progress. That's not going to affect us today. Where the hell is Yankee? Is that over here somewhere? Well, we're going to be going Kilo Papa, so yeah, Yankee's not going to affect us. That's oh, Yankee's all the way down here. Definitely not going to affect us unless it's broke. We need to get to maintenance. So that can go away. Romeo's available. We're going Papa. 136 is closed due to work in progress. That's a good point. Where are we parked? Oh, we're at 103 today. So yeah, that's fine. RNP approach, probably won't be doing those. That's fine. I'll have a quick read on those as well once we're everyone. So no notas for the departures. Threats to be aware of on departure. Just quite busy in at Gatwick as always. I always bring in this little threat as well, just make sure we don't get lost here as we're going to Bravo. Also make sure you take the right taxiway. Don't take Bravo Romeo to line up. Make sure you take Bravo to load up, otherwise your takeoff performance calculations are not valid. But yeah, there's not too much to concern ourselves with at Gatwick. It's pretty straightforward. No terrain around or anything like that. Make sure you got the correct initial climb as well, which is 5,000 feet. Okay, so that's that's pretty much it for threats for our departure and that. We've got some air traffic control as well. Weather's good, so that's not a threat either. Just be aware of the traffic and things. So our pushback, as I just touched on there, we're at 103, so expecting a Kilo Papa departing via Bravo, Bogner 1 X-ray departure, which is straight out. Initial climb for 5,000. We've got a speed constraint in there of 220, so I'll just go and check that in a moment. No turns below 710. Not that we should turn anyway. And then our first turn will be the left, standard noise abatement to departure. MSA 2,100 for that little sector, and then off we go to Bogner. We can push to accelerate away once we get to KKS 17, or if told to disregard by ATC. Right, I think that's everything. The only other thing to mention as well was one during the taxi. I'm not going to do a single engine taxi. Let's quickly go through the box though. So 26 lefts confirmed, Bogner 1 X-rays in Radnev. We've got Mayfield VOR on VOR 1. 360 is optimum. We're cruising 27. I mean, that is quite low, but there it is. Confirm the V-speed to 143, 143, 145, and clean is incorrect because I just need to actually load the Fenix up with what we need, so we'll check that in a moment. Let's just do this. So what we're loading, 6.5 tons we said, didn't we? It's a lot easier using this than the tablet. 6.5 tons, and we'll just load that instantly. There we go. I'll just leave that open for a sec. Right, now let's confirm those speeds. Yeah, so clean is 216. So with that speed constraint there, we'll just pre-select green dot. That's fine. It's a flaps 1 departure today. We're flexing 66. Thrust acceleration about 1,200 feet. That's all fine. Secondary flight plan is the engine out procedure. Okay, so that's our normal brief. Emergency Airbus brief then is standard A320 brief, and then with the engine out procedure, should something go wrong after V1, get the aircraft into the air using the usual technique, 12.5 degree pitch, then following SRS, trim the rudder out if we've lost the engine, get the autopilot engaged, and then once we're above 400 feet, then we can confirm the failure, shut down the affected engine, and then once we're past 1,700 feet, we'll level off, accelerate away, and make a left turn to Willow. If that has happened, then we can get safe 3,000 feet, and then we'll decide what we're going to do. Probably come back if we've broken something and lost an engine. Alright, so that's done. Let's see how we're getting on. I think we're about there. So let's close our doors. Get the APU started. Just going to do a quick check on the latest ATIS, see if we've changed. We're on Information Juliet now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thanks a lot.
Right, let's have a quick chat with air traffic control then, and see what they want us to do. Hopefully, everything that we've just planned. Okay, where are we? 1218. Gatwick ground, good afternoon, Easy 62 Fox Whiskey, stand 103, Type A320, requesting IFR clearance as filed, and we have Information Juliet.
Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey, Gatwick ground, good afternoon. You're cleared Limoges, I don't know how you say it, but either way, it's a booking at 1 X-ray departure, squawk 5475.
Clear via 26 left, Bogner 1 X-ray, and squawk 5275. We've no idea how to pronounce it either. Easy 62 Fox Whiskey.
62 Foxtrot Whiskey, the squawk is 5475.
Correction, 5475, Easy 62 Fox Whiskey.
62 Foxtrot Whiskey, correct.
Let's get that right squawk in then. 6... That's not right. 5, 4, 7, 5. Let's check that initial climb. 5,000 is set. Okay, right. So let's get the APU started and we'll sort out the overhead.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, may I welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft for your flight today. The ground crew and the fueling crew have all finished, and we're just about finished with all our cockpit preparation up here. The cabin crew are making their final checks as they work through the cabin, so if you could please get yourselves sat down comfortably with your seatbelts securely fastened and give them their full attention as they begin their safety briefing. A big welcome on board today to our Easyjet Sim pilot members, who of course are welcome to free complimentary drinks throughout the flight. Once we reach our cruising altitude, our cabin service will commence, and the cabin crew will be able to provide you with drinks, snacks, and merchandise throughout the duration of the flight. Once again, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with Easyjet today. We'll have an update for you when we are airborne.
Okay, APU starting up. Pascal, which would I say is better, Fenix or A320 from fly-by-wire? Do you know, I'm just going to give you the sort of stock line that I've come to say to everyone, is that if you enjoy the fly-by-wire, you would love the Fenix. It's each to their own. I mean, if you fly lots of different aircraft, there's probably nothing wrong with the fly-by-wire at all. But if you want to commit to something, then the Fenix is a great, really, really good high-quality payware aircraft. Right, final load sheet's just come in as well. Let's just check that out. See if everything is acceptable. So 157 passengers, 5 infants, takeoff weight 65, which is lower than we planned, and takeoff weight CVG is 29.7. So no LMCs that are going to affect us as well. Hey Mandalore, good to see you, Ian. Hope you're doing well. Right, APU's fine. Let's get rid of the external power. That can come off. That can come off. Did I miss out on French classes in school? Actually, I did, because I did Spanish. I'm useless with French. Alright, so cockpit preparation checklist. Aircraft acceptance has been completed. The fuel quantity is 6.5 tons. And that is balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. It is got 3 nav greens and the barrel ref. QNH is 1020 and 200 feet. Here he comes. Elena, I've now got to share my Spanish. I'm not going to say it's any better than my French. It's marginally better than my French.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Get a pack on because it's probably going to start to get warm in there now. What is it? 18 degrees. And Gatwick ground easy. 62 Foxtrot Whiskey. Stand 103 is ready for push and start.
Bypass pin inserted.
60 Foxtrot Whiskey, would you stand by, please?
Roger, standing by. Easy 62 Fox Whiskey.
Easy 4452, go ahead.
And 4452 cleared to Heathrow via begin on the 26 left runway departure. India Whiskey till 3.3 DME, then turn left to 4,000 feet, maximum 220 knots. And stroke 7304 for the 4452.
That's a detailed
Easy
readback.
4452, good attempt, not quite. I will send it via text.
Roger, thank you, Easy 45.
So just one more time, you're clear to Heathrow via Biggin. After departure, runway 26 left, climb straight ahead to India Whiskey 2.3 DME. Then turn right, heading 075, climb to altitude 4,000 feet, speed 220 knots or less, squawk 7304.
And after departure runway 26 left, we'll climb straight ahead to India Whiskey 2.3 DME, then turn right, heading 075, climb to 4,000 feet, speed 220 knots or less, and stroke 7304 Easy 4452.
Easy 4452, read by correct. Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey, stand 103, push and start approved, face to the east.
Push and start approved facing east. Easy 62 Fox Whiskey.
Gatwick Airline 2 and Alpha, request taxi.
Release parking.
2 and Alpha, taxi, Zulu and Mike.
Okay,
Mike
beacon
1.
lights on.
Taxi, Zulu, Mike 4, Mike 1,
That
Airline 2 and
on.
Alpha. Good afternoon, Gatwick ground, this is Osprey.
And the before start checklist. So
Operator
parking
781
brake
Gatwick,
is on,
hello,
takeoff
visibility
data
high.
is confirmed, windows are closed, APM is on flight
Release
mode,
parking brakes, please.
doors are closed and armed, beacon lights on, releasing parking brake.
Good afternoon, Gatwick ground, this is Osprey 721 at stand 16, aircraft type Boeing 737-900 with information, Juliet on board QNH 10.
Nozzle steering is disconnected, so engine mode start to ignition and we're starting engine 1.
Osprey 7021, thank you. Cleared Nice, it's a Bogner 1 X-ray departure, squawk 3250.
Clear to Nice via the Bogner 1 X-ray departure, squawk 3250, Osprey 781.
Osprey 7821, correct.
Looks like the clouds are building here as well.
Ready to taxi to runway 26 left.
10458, thank you. Taxi Quebec Alpha, Lima, Papa, hold short kilo.
Taxi via Quebec Alpha, Lima, Alpha, and hold short at Kilo, runway 458.
10458 negative, it's Quebec Alpha, Lima, Papa, hold short kilo.
I'll take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit
Taxi via
routes.
Quebec Alpha, Lima, Papa, and hold short at Kilo, runway 458.
Correct, A-line 21 Alpha, contact the tower, 124.225, happy Monday.
4 in the middle.
Tower 12245 at Airline 2 Alpha.
Will guide you
21 Alpha confirm is 124.
Engine number 1's available, starting engine 2.
225.
124225, apologies, Airline 2 and Alpha. Have a good day.
See ya.
E75 Charlie Echo, gate 562, that's all in the box.
released as shown.
Easy 75 Charlie Echo, thank you very much. So you're cleared, Limoges or whatever, it's a Bogner 1 X-ray departure.
Limoges. Limoges, that's it.
Masks will drop
Limoges.
from above. Pull a mask towards you to start the operation.
Clear to Limoges, oh no, not Limoges, on the Seaford, the Boca 1 X-ray departure, squawk 701,
Put on your own mask before heading
675 Charlie Echo.
75 Charlie Echo, correct.
Water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together.
Every pronunciation under the sun for this.
Do not
This
inflate
airport.
it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children.
Engine
Your
number
tray table
2
must now be
started.
stowed, armrest
Okay,
down,
engine must like
window
back
blinds
to
open, and
normal.
seatbelts fastened.
That can come
We
off,
wish you
that's
a
not
pleasant
required,
flight
that can
with
come
EasyJet.
off. Arm the spoilers, 0 the rudder, flaps 1. And then the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, econ status is checked. Pitch trim is 29.7% and the rudder is neutral. Flight control check, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and rudder. Full right,
Gatwick ground,
full left.
Echo, gate 562, ready for pushback and start.
Stand 5 Charlie Echo, thank you. Stand 562, push and start approved. QNH 1020.
Push approved, QNH 1020, 75 Charlie.
Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey is ready for taxi and we can take Bravo.
60 Foxtrot Whiskey, Roger, taxi Papa, hold Bravo 1.
Bravo 1 via Papa, easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey.
Gatwick ground, good afternoon, speak 2737 is on Vector Juliet.
Super 2737 Gatwick, hello, taxi Juliet, hold short Papa, expect stand at 24.
Juliet, hold short Papa, expect stand 24.
Okay, let's go. So, quick pets check. No change to our performance, no LMCs, everything's still valid. Dry runway figures from Bravo. Why are we not moving? What's happening with the parking brake?
Start. You can disconnect.
Oh, he hasn't disconnected yet. Is GSX still in my way? It says nose wheel steering is disconnected down here. Oh, sorry, not disconnected down here. Is the tug still there? Oh, we'll do our best not to run him over. Pop the parking brake on, leave that on. Right, while I'm waiting for that, no LMCs, so no change in our performance, still doing a nice flex takeoff. Engine out procedure is standard, straight out, and then once above 1700 we can make that left turn to Willow, 3000 feet. Departure, Bognor 1 X-ray, and first turn will be to the left, no turns below 710, and we can clean up. We've pre-selected green dot speed. Initial climb is 5,000.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Wonder what aircraft that's meant to be. Right, so now he's headed back to gate.
Gatwick ground, very good afternoon, Charlie. Speedbird 983, time A318, that stands 31 right, requesting IFA clearance to Jersey as far. We have information Juliet and QNH 1020.
Speedbird 983, Gatwick ground, good afternoon, sir. You're cleared, Jersey, Novma 1 X-ray departure, squawk 7211.
Now, just be careful here with the Ryanair.
Jersey via the Novma 1 X-ray departure and squawk 7211, Speedbird 983.
Speedbird 983, correct.
Gatwick ground, Europa 98 Romeo November on runway 8 left, short of Romeo, request stand 24 if available.
Europa 98 Romeo November, hello. Continue to hold short of Romeo. I've given the aircraft behind you stand 24, so if you want to pay him, I guess you can swap stands.
A bit cheap, so I'll take anything in that vicinity.
98 Romeo November. 98 Romeo November, Roger. Hold short Romeo, expect stand 2...
Right, taxi checklist, flight controls have been checked, flap setting is config, 1 FMA, climb now blue, 152 and 5000, radar brief for wind shear is on.
Taxi Papa, hold short Juliet.
ECAM memo's got takeoff, no blue.
Again, you taxi Papa and hold short at Juliet, Ryanair 45.
Stowed and disconnected.
Cabin crew, seat for takeoff, please.
had more than 3 minutes now. Tower is online, so we'll probably get handed over in a second. Or they were at the start of the stream if they are still there.
Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey, contact the tower 124.225. Happy Monday.
124.225. Thanks for being here in the service. Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey.
Yeah. You open 98 Romeo November, left on Romeo.
Gatwick Tower, Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey is holding Bravo 1, runway 26 left.
Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey, roger, via Bravo 1, line up runway 26 left.
Via Bravo 1, line up runway 26 left, Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey.
And it'll be just a couple of minutes before departure for separation.
Roger, thanks. Approach path is clear. We'll take 2 minutes to line up. Okay, line up checklist. So cabin is secure. Take off runway via Bravo 1, runway 26 to the left. TCAS TRA packs 1 and 2 are off. See you there, Colin. See if we can roll into our position without needing any extra thrust. Save that fuel and engine we're not in a rush. Here we go. Right, we'll just wait for that separation, and then away we go. Whilst waiting, guys, if you want to do us a favour and hit that like button on the stream, then please do. It does help out with the channel, it really does. So thank you everyone that's done that already when they arrived, checked in. It's going to be a fun airport to brief, this one that we're going into, because as I say, we're not familiar with it.
Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey, wind 36013 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey. And let's go. So, takeoff, 50% M1 is set. Start of the chrono. Engine number 2 critical. And set takeoff thrust. Man flex, SRS runway.
Ryanair 458, who short of runway 26 left?
Ryanair 458, roger. Confirm you want departure from Bravo 1. Your clearance was to Alpha 3.
V1 rotate.
Acknowledge, I can departure from Bravo.
Oh, we've still got that rudder in, but that wind is catching us.
From Bravo 1.
Okay, now releasing the rudder, and we've got nav.
Line up at runway
Gear up.
26 left, we are Bravo 1, Ryanair 458.
Easy 62 Echo Whiskey, no, correction, Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye.
1228, thank you for the service, Easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey. Okay, thrust, climb, autopilot 1 engaged, God it's windy. packs back on. I think summer is definitely on the horizon now, guys, isn't it?
1389 at flight level 06.
Which certainly is here. Beautiful day.
Please call.
Beautiful day here, and doesn't look too bad at Gatwick either. Destination doesn't look quite as good. Right, let's clean up. So we don't have any air traffic control, but we'll just fly via the SID. We'll not do any directs or anything daft like that. Okay, continue the climb. Oh, come on, click spots. That's the issue when you've got a bit of turbulence and you're bouncing up and down. Right, thrust climb, open climb, and 200 blue. Flap spoilers, gear, lights can come off. Just ding the cabin crew as well. I'll just have a look at the temperature as we're starting to head through some clouds. Although to be fair now, actually, probably just climbed above them, and it was okay. It was still plus 12 temperature, so anti-ice not required. Okay, just having a quick look as well on there. There's no one else on this particular departure, so we'll go free speed. Let's push to accelerate away. Elliot, have you just got into work? I saw a message. I saw a message from you not so long back saying you just got the Fenix, and yeah, so you're going to absolutely love that aircraft. Your partner might not do. She's not going to see very much of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Right, so yes, sadly it is a Unicom day today, but then middle of the afternoon on a Monday. That's hardly surprising, really, is it? So we can enjoy the nice view as we depart over the south of England and over the Channel, past 10,000 feet. Let's do our usual things. So, Radnav page, I'll clear that out now. 270 is planned. Did I see, Danny, was it you that said the real flight that did this yesterday flew this at 27,000? Well done to Simbrief if that is indeed the case, because I hadn't checked that out. And 270 blue. GB Aviation, how do I get self-loading cargo to work around? So one of the things I do is I have reduced most of the automation from self-loading cargo. I don't let it control doors and things like that, you know. That's when I think it starts to get itself in a bit of a muddle. Swedish Sim Pilot, good afternoon. Will I ever fly the PMDG 737? I have flown it in the past. I'm just not a Boeing fan. Airbus all the way. Brian King says, afternoon Gavin, how can you sit indoors in front of a screen with this wonderful weather outside? Then again, how come I'm doing it as well? That's it. Actually, it does look a bit windy down there. You can see the ripples in the channel. Which harbour's that then? We've not gone quite far over as Bournemouth, have we? Or Southampton. It's definitely not Southampton. No, because there's the Isle of Wight over there. Southampton's further around down here. Could have a look if we go to our app. Well, it could have been Brighton. Yes, most than likely, Brighton.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going to go direct to Drake, and it might save a minute or so. Just cut out this little bit of a route that we've got that you can see just here. So we're just going to go direct Drake. There's nothing around that's going to get in our way, so that's fine. It's getting to the time of year now where if I don't want my grass to die, I need to keep watering it. We haven't had any rain for a while. Andrew, do I suffer with hay fever? No, I don't. My son does, though. Chris, you thought it was Shoreham because Brighton was further. Well, just when we had a look here, you see, bear in mind when you're flying over here at sort of 20,000 feet or whatever, and then looking left, you're not going to be looking at Worthing or even perhaps Southwick. I think it was closer. I mean, it might have been Southwick, but I think it was closer to Brighton that we could see. That's where all the ships over the channel start to come to view. So if you are just joining us, welcome. We're just in the climb over the English Channel, heading down to where? Where are we going? Limoges? 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 Meows? Call it what you want. I don't care. You know where we're going. Read the video description. I've never been to Brighton. Brighton Beach and the pier are the photographs of choice for most of the British tabloids and newspapers when they want to announce how hot a day has been. Pilot Tim, it is about an hour's flight time, so if I can, I'm not guaranteeing it, all depends what's going off in the home, but I'm going to say if we can get the return flight in, then we will. We'll definitely do our best. We haven't done a return for a long time, so that would be quite nice if we can get that in. Brian says that it's a very characteristic shape. Enter the harbour, turn left for Shoreham, left for Port Slade. Brighton looks quite different. Left for both Shoreham and Port Slade. I've never heard of Port Slade. Heard of Shoreham, of course. Hey, the more the merrier. Good to see you. William FS. Hello. A gin sounds like a great idea. Do you know what do you know? I haven't got. This is probably an awful thing to say. I promise I'm not an alcoholic, but I haven't got any beers in the house. And I'm looking at this gorgeous weather. I'm thinking, I want to sit in the garden and forget I've got children. I need beer to be able to do that. Just to sit back and relax. I'm not really a heavy drinker though. And Hamish is redeeming rum. Very nice. HK Flight Simulation's been sensible and just grabbing a coffee. Good idea. How do you guys feel with that? I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or whether there's actual science behind it. I think there is actually science behind this. But you know how they say on a really hot day, even though you're fancying a nice cold drink, they say the best thing is to have a hot tea or a hot coffee, and that will cool you down. Which sounds obscenely wrong, but apparently it is right. Hey, Connelly. Welcome on board, mate. Right, Alt Cruise. That didn't take long, did it? Right, we'll just go through our SD pages, make sure they're all well and everything's working. No failures that we've missed.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know, we've reached our cruising altitude for today, and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. A reminder that our Easyjet SIM pilot members are able to take advantage of free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and we shall have an update for you shortly.
Lee says it's the hot drink, it makes you sweat, and that's what cools you down. Yeah, but Lee, I can sweat without a hot drink. I'm not a massive fan of the huge weather, the huge temperatures and things. Some people absolutely love it, can bake in it. Not me. JM says 27,000 feet is quite low. What's the reasoning of this, out of curiosity? I think it's just because it's a short flight. They want to keep you low, out of the way of larger international longer flights going some distance. But yeah, apparently Danny on YouTube was also looking at this, said the real aircraft also flew at 27,000 feet for this one. So yeah, that is apparently the reason. I have no idea where I didn't pre-select 27,000 feet, it was just a SimBrief did it for us, so maybe there's also some airway restrictions or something like that as well. Right, let's just sign out of that, and then what we'll do is, if we go to our weather page, let's just have a look at Paris. And if we also send off a request for our destination, it was ICO code, I can't remember, Bravo Lima. Do that, and then we'll have a look at the airport itself and a quick brief on what we can expect to see there. So Paris is fine, that's wide open, and that's a long METAR, which means it's not going to be the best. So what we got, winds are 010 at 10. Now well, landing runway 03, so that's not so bad. Varying between 320 and 040, so actually that could be swinging left to right, that kind of thing. Visibility is fine. We've got a few clouds at 26,000 feet. It is currently 22 degrees. That's alright. QNH is 1016. Now, we've also got a tempo there, so we've got variable at 15, gusting 25. Visibility is down to 2 kilometers. We've got thunderstorms and rain with broken CBs as well at 1,800 feet. So this could be interesting weather. Now, let's just check what the minimums are for this RMP approach. So, I mean, that's getting quite close, that, isn't it? So, it's down to 2,000. Minimums of 1,500 for the approach. So, at the moment, it is still doable. I'll have to prep the go-around in case we need it. So that's all right. We'll get that all in the box in a moment. Whilst we're flying, then, and we've got a bit of time, let's just pick out some notes about this airport because, as I say, it's not one I've been to before. So let's have a little look. So there is there's a little bit of terrain to the north of the airport. If I remember rightly, let me just have a look. I'm sure I've seen a bit here. Where was that? Just so we can build up an overall picture of the place we're going. Yes, there, look. So there's a bit of terrain there. Bearing in mind as well that this airport is actually quite high. It's about 1,300 feet up. So when you look at that, if the airport's 1,300 feet, we've got a bit of terrain here at you know, it's only 1,200 feet above the airport. This mound, or whatever it is you want to call it. Obviously, we're coming in on 03, but if we need to go around, then strangely enough, I don't know why it doesn't show it on here, but yeah. So, oh, it doesn't show it on here because the chart actually just the go around is basically let's turn left pretty much as soon as we get past Bravo Lima 410, isn't it? So yeah, so there is that little bit of terrain that we've just picked out. Now, in the real life as well, there's lots of glider and towing activity because this also has a grass runway as well. If we just have a look at the airport chart, where are you? Yes, look. So there's a grass runway here. I don't know if that's going to be depicted in the sim, but so it's not really a massive international airport or anything like it. It's not even a middle airport. It's probably one of the smaller commercial airports that you're going to fly into. A little grass strip there, so lots of glider and towing activity. Obviously that makes no difference to us here in the sim. Let's see what else we've got. It's probably one of those kind of airports as well where if air traffic control's on board, they're just speaking in native French, which is no good to larger commercial aircraft. What else have we got? Now, apparently there's also no stop bars as well for this airport, so if the weather's really bad, you know, under LVP conditions, then only one aircraft at a time can maneuver. Taxiway Sierra is not to be used, which, looking at that, you can see why. It's very, very thin. The only entry and exit point for this runway is Charlie, which is also quite narrow. Also means that the only place that we can turn around as well is at the turning circle. I'm just going to double check that. There are 3 parking stands available for us today on the apron, which we'll have a quick look at now. And we'll do a more comprehensive brief once I've just gone through all this. So yeah, 1 Alpha, 2 Alpha and 3 Alpha, so that's where we're going. So we're going to be landing 03. There are no touchdown markings either, apparently, at this airport, but there is an aiming point marker present, which if you have a look on Flight Radar 24 or Google Maps, you'll see the runway, and then this is kind of like a little, I don't know, it's almost like a concrete marker both sides, so you'll be able to pick that out quite clearly. That's sort of the first third of the runway, which we have to land in. If we go past that, it's a bolt landing and off we go again. we need to go around. Also with this as well, the runway has an upslope as well to the middle of the runway, which could give us a bit of a false sort of visual impression as we're coming in. Again, don't know what the scenery is like for this, so it's going to be interesting to see if that's there. So, few little threats to contend with as well. All right, so that's a quick chat about the airport itself. Let's see what it is we're going to be planning on doing. We'll set the box up. So coming in via Nerti, and then we start going down 3,700 feet at FBL 03. Let's check the box then. What have we got in there? FBL 03 speeds look okay. RadNav page, what nav aids have we got? I don't think there are too many. There is an NDB, I think, to the north of the field. Again, I'll probably find that on a different chart. Yes, the Lima Oscar Echo. So pop that in just for a bit of situational awareness in case we need it. Progress page then, Lima Fox Bravo Lima 03. Just checking I got the right code, yeah. Hey B1AV, good afternoon to you. Right, so that's in. Cost index, pop that back to 4 now that we're at cruise. Alright, let's get the information in from the weather report. QNH was 1026. No, it wasn't. It was 1016. Temperature was 22 degrees. Winds 010 at 10. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Minimums 1613. And we're doing a flat full landing as well today to make sure we can get in. Although, have we got... so we did the landing calculation, didn't we? And we did it for good weather as well. So let's just refresh that METAR. Runway 03. That was medium order brake, flap full. Can we do flaps 3? Actually, we could do flaps 3, and as the wind is gusting also variable, flaps 3 is probably not a bad shout. So let's go with config 3 then. There we are. We're nearly halfway there, look. Yeah, so config 3 it'll be. Secondary flight plan, copy active. Just check the go around track is in there as well, so it's just almost an immediate left turn, wasn't it? Yeah, 410 Migra, and that's all fine. Oh, right. Have a moment, and then we'll do the brief. Enjoying these beautiful views over over France.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Connell in on Twitch. Yeah, so when we're not in sort of a critical area of flight, as in, you know, when we're just sat in the cruise, we've got nothing to do, we've done all our briefs, we've checked everything, then, you know, that's when I'm quite happy to be able to check on the chat and speak to everyone and answer any questions. And I do say this on pretty much every stream, you know, if I'm not paying attention to the chat, it's because we're actually doing stuff, you know, make sure we can operate the aircraft safely and fly as you would do in the real world kind of thing. So if you have asked me something and I have missed it, then my apologies for you for that. But ultimately, yeah, flying the aircraft is is a bit more important, because if not, that's when things start to go wrong, which obviously we don't want that. But it doesn't mean we're halfway, does it? Is it really? It's just halfway in track mileage. Well, the equitime point is based on 2 points. So if you can obviously go and change those. So hang on, where is it? Equitime point. Yeah. So it's based on these 2 points. So it's not on track mileage. No, it's literally sort of that point to that point, and you can edit those as you see fit. So that's as the crow flies. Which I don't usually edit unless we're going over sort of large bodies of water. Ace Airstream, northwest of the airport is the memorial village of... Don't ask me to say that. I can't pronounce that. But the site of a war atrocity in 1944, as many of the villagers were massacred by retreating troops. The old village ruins are very moving to visit. See, there's so many places like that, Ace, which sort of get not forgotten about, but you know, they're not quite as popular as you know, things like the Normandy beaches and things like that. And Arnhem, those kind of places that obviously get mentioned perhaps far more, but really there's just so many memorials and places like that which suffered during the wars. Oh, Brian King giving us a lot more detail that I've yeah, I'm not going to read that out just in case, but yeah, that sounds awful. Elliot, my large trip, not for a couple of months yet, Elliot. Plenty of time. Alright, so our top of descent is in what? It's probably about 100 miles or so. So my plan will be, I'm going to do the brief. I'm going to nip back to the galley for a second, and then check everything's okay, and then we will do our approach. Alright, so let's start with our weather brief. Now, we've obviously just gone through and checked that. Let's just refresh, get the latest METAR there. What time was that? That was 21 minutes ago. So, winds reported at 010 at 10, varying 320 at 4, so that's fine. We can expect then that most of it should be a headwind, but obviously could be variable. Visibility is fine once we got below the clouds. However, bear in mind the tempo that's coming up. A few clouds, 2,600 feet, 22 degrees, QNH 1016. But so we've got this tempo at the moment, so it's just variable 15, gusting 25, 2 kilometers visibility with thunderstorms and rain, broken at 1,200 and CBs at 1,800 as well. So that's going to probably be the biggest threat for us during our flight and during the arrival. Aircraft is still working nicely. No NOTAMs that are going to affect us, I don't think. Let me just double check that. So that's not scheduled traffic. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Presence of trees interfering with 0321 protection areas. I'd imagine that's probably more vital for 2-1. 03 has not got an ILS approach to worry about. It's refueling. That's fine. Sequence flashing lights and serviceable runway 3. Okay. Holding point Sierra 1, 0 place ratchet, fair enough. 0321, bearing shoulders and stabilised. Landing prohibited when crossing. Landing prohibited when crosswind is stronger than 15 knots. It's not, is it? No, crosswind isn't bigger than 15 knots. Dr. No Name, thank you for being here. Hopefully I get to see you again next time. Thank you. Hey, Estrex on Twitch, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are as well. Thank you for being here. So yeah, no attempts that's going to affect us. Threats to be aware of. We've talked about that little bit of terrain to the north of the field, and then we've got the weather coming down as well. No touchdown markers, as in big white touchdown zone markers, so need to be aware of that. And we've got a slight uphill slope as well, so just be very careful with our visual picture as we're coming in. We need to land before those touchdown markers, which again, if you have a look on Google Maps, you will see the sort of like grey things, which is about a third of the way down the runway. So we want to get down before that, if they're shown in the scenery. We'll see what it's like when we get there. So our planned arrival then is for the RMP approach runway 03, coming in on Ballon 3. Mike will get down at 3,700 feet, and that will then take us in via Nerti to Migra. At Migra, then we can pick up that RMP approach. We'll start to go down at FBL 03. How I plan on flying this approach then will be we can be green dot at Nerti. That's only 4 miles actually. Yeah, so make sure we're green dot at or very not long after Nerti. Flaps 1 then as we're on the final approach track, and then we can do flaps 2 as we start to go down. 7.5 miles out from touchdown, so yeah, flaps 2 would be how I want to do that, particularly we've got varying winds, so keep an eye on that just in case there's a tailwind or something daft, particularly with the thunderstorms, so could be happening. Doesn't need to be a stabilized approach, don't think. You know, we've got plenty of time to do that, so decelerated is going to be fine. I'm going to fly this in final approach mode, so that's okay. Weather is about 500 meters above our minimum, so the minimum is 1613. It's a normal 3-degree slope down, and just check how wide is this runway. It is, it's 45 meters. Traffic. What we got? Let's get a visual. Autopilot disconnected. I have control. TCAS. Pop it in the green.
Clear of conflict.
Okay, just level off at... It's going to level off at 2.5, but he's now crossed us. Okay. We're not in Unicom, so we don't need to announce TCAS RA, but TCAS is now resolved. Let's pop that back in. Autopilot 1 is re-engaged. Thrust climb. Climb 270 blue. Back up we go. Yeah, Chris, you also look like he's descended, didn't it? We obviously just followed what we got. That wouldn't happen in real life. His aircraft, he'd have been told to climb, we'd have been told to descend, so both aircraft aren't told to do the same thing, sadly. In the simulator, it's not quite that advanced. Right, completely lost my train of thought now where we were in the brief. We just had a quick look, hadn't we? Had the runway width 45 meters. That's fine. So 3. Don't think we've got any pappies either. Well, it's been a nice visual approach. There's no pappies, no touchdown markings. Fair enough. All right then. So we've got all the information we need to know about the airport. You know how I'm going to fly the approach. Just check what we've got in the box. So we've got RNAV 03 or RMP 03, Ballon 3 Mike arrival. Told you how I'm going to fly that. RadNav page. We've just got the LOE NDB, which is to the north of the field, almost straight out on runway track of 03. We've got the threshold in there. We've got all of the weather popped in, so VAP's going to be 141, minimum 1613. We're going to do config 3 landing today as well. Let's just have a look at the landing weight. Is going to be what? So, what did we do at dispatch? I can't remember what our dispatch departure was when we did the dispatch landing calculation. I think we did 62.7. We're looking at landing at 62.5, so that's fine, that's valid. And we're also going to do a medium auto brake because of that we worked out earlier. And secondary flight plan, copy active. That's done. So you know how I'm going to fly the approach, you know what we're looking for, we know what the dangers are as well. Once we've landed, we can only vacate via Charlie. Chances are we're going to get past Charlie, but I think as well, according to the brief, we can only turn around right at the very end. We can't turn around on the runway, so yeah, we have to make sure we use the turning pads at the end. Come back to Charlie, and then we're going to park in either stand Alpha 1, 1 Alpha, 2 Alpha, 3 Alpha. Pick one, and there we go. Now obviously we know the minimums are getting close with regards to the weather. We've got thunderstorms in the area, you know, wind shear is also a potential threat as well. Just the wind shear memory items, remember it's toga, up we go. Don't change the aircraft configuration though until we're clear of the wind shear, so leave everything as is. And then the go around is straight out, left turn at 410 and climb to 3,700 feet, which is our platform altitude, ready to start the approach again. Hey Oliver, good afternoon, hope you're well. Hey Christopher Shaw, good afternoon mate. Dwight, I don't understand why Descend TCAS said it was -7 or -10 below. So all I did, well, was basically what you would do in real life. The problem is, of course, the difference between the sim and real life is very real and obvious there. So we were being told to pop the aircraft into the green band, which we did. In real life, the other aircraft would have been told, pop your aircraft into the right band, because the two transponders and TCAS systems, they would chat to each other. So you don't get both aircraft descending into each other. But yeah, we did that, didn't we? Never mind. Right, what's our company message? Probably just yelling at me for being late. "11 minutes late." Oh. Well, it looks alright at the moment though, doesn't it? Right, we're going to be heading down around for, yeah, about 30 miles or so. I'm just going to nip back to the galley just before I do descent, make sure everything's okay, and then, yeah, stick with us, and we'll see what the weather's like as we try and get in at this new airport. Back in a couple of minutes, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Hey guys, back with you. Oh, I've just gone out there and found a child I didn't expect to see. Don't worry, it was one of mine. But she was meant to be at a nursery. Apparently she's ill. And I use that term in inverted commas because she's running around like a lunatic. Doesn't look very ill to me. Maybe nursery staff just want to get home early. Hey Colin, you flew the headwind yesterday. Do I need to change the settings for the flight controls? What, in terms of sensitivities? I haven't done. I've just left them exactly the same as I've got them for my fly-by-wire aircraft, A320X. I'm going to be very interested to see how the simulator depicts the weather for this flight. I think that could be very interesting. I mean, it could be, you know, thunderous and doomsday skies, or it could just be lovely. But we shall find out together. So we're about at top of descent now anyway, aren't we? So let's get down. We'll go something sensible. It's not going to take us a long time to get down, is it? So we'll go down flight level 770. So descent 70 go. One thing I didn't mention was the MSA. So MSA is 3,900 feet for this. Jordan, do I recommend FS Realistic? I do, yes, but not for everything that it comes with. I turn a lot of the settings off, but I do like such as the camera shake on touchdown, that kind of thing. It does add something to it. Otherwise, every landing looks butter smooth, regardless of what your actual touchdown rate is. Oh, speaking of children, they've all got a cough at the moment. They've had a cold as well last week, and I can almost feel myself starting to build up with a cold as well. So, thanks, kids. They love to share, don't they? They're so kind. Do you know what? We're just going to hold this, I think, in open descent, get down, then we can start to slow down. Christian, does it feel like my kids are sick every 2 weeks? Christian, that is exactly how it is. Remember, there's 3 of them. They're just like a little breeding factory. One child gets it, passes it on to the other. During them passing it on, it mutates slightly by the time it's gone round all 3, so it starts again. It's like trying to paint the 4th bridge. You just get one. You just get one sorted, and the next one begins. Hey, Faraz. I'm very well. Thank you for being here, mate. Says hi. You are now flying from Amsterdam to Milan Malpensa. Very good. Milan Malpensa is an airport which I'm hoping Aerosoft are going to release at some point in the future. Oliver, that is a great question. Now, what would you choose as my next purchase? GSX self-loading cargo or FS Realistic? I'd probably put FS Realistic at the top for definitely for realism. GSX then to add to ground experience, and probably self-loading cargo last. I mean, self-loading cargo just gives you the announcements, which obviously on stream here is quite nice. It's a bit more realistic, isn't it, to add those in. But yeah, that would be my order of those 3, I guess. FS Realistic, GSX, and then self-loading cargo. Christian, tell the kids not to create COVID-20. Well, it'd be COVID-23, wouldn't it? Wasn't it called COVID-19 because of the year that it was first discovered? It'd be a special variant, the triplet COVID. starting to get a bit bumpy. Looks very green down there, doesn't it? Clearly it rains a lot. Actually, I think November is the year for most, the month for most rain for this airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we have just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
It is shaking a little bit there, isn't it? Oliver, am I using a payware airport for Limoges, whatever you want to call it? No, I don't actually think there's one available. B1AV, which payware airport is good? Or that is such a hard question to answer. I mean, Brussels has got to be up there, hasn't it? Brussels is just simply stunning. A lot of the other Flight Tampa ones as well, very, very good. But then there's also Perugia airports for the smaller ones, like Glasgow, Edinburgh, Belfast. Very, very good. Jordan, you noticed a couple of weeks ago that there was moving trains in the freeway Gatwick scenery. Yes, there is indeed. I think there is also in the London Stansted scenery as well, which is also free. Right, have a look at this. So we've got a bit of a build up here, perhaps over there as well. Oh, what I'd give for a weather radar. Also worth noting as well, I think I mentioned it, but the elevation is nearly 1,300 feet, so we're now coming up to 10,000 feet above our above the airport. So get seatbelt signs on, and we'll continue to wind the altitude down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided.
3,700 blue.
Sign is turned on. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance.
And thrust saddle open descent. Just looking at where we're going to level off. See, we need to have sorted it by here, and we also need to slow down, so we might need some speed brakes just to assist with this in a moment. Although it's starting to come back, which is nice. Right. So we'll keep an eye on the winds, keep an eye on the weather, see what we need to avoid. See if we're going to be taken straight through this or not. Christian, is there a freeware airport as well for Sawagisaurus Airport, or whatever it's called? Just put the speed brakes out a little bit. Let's start to slow down. We'll manage that speed, 250 knots. Sorry, selected speed 250 knots. Speed brakes are going to help. Limoges traffic easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey is now downwind on the Ballon 3 Mike arrival for the RMP runway 03 approach. Flight level 90. temperature may just start to drop a little bit. Although actually, no, it's 14. Not going to need that. That's fine. Right, start slowing down. Looks like the weather, thunderstorm wise, is fine, isn't it? Concerned we might not make this though in terms of our platform altitude. Flaps 1, speeds checked, flaps 1, a bit more speed brake. A bit better. We're below VDEV, that's fine, but we need to be 3.7 at 0.3, which is just there. Here comes the VDEV scale, look. Flaps 2, speeds checked.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you.
Right, speed and final approach mode is captured. Missed approach is 3,700, so that's okay. Miles. Seems we've just dropped out of that turbulence a little bit as well, so that's a bit nicer. Runway's in sight.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Oh, I keep forgetting the approach checklist now with the barrow trigger, but anyway, so let's do the approach checklist. Barrow F, QNH is 1016, seatbelt signs are on, minimums are 1613, auto brake medium, EFB stowed. Limoges traffic easy, 62 Fox Whiskey is established on 3, runway 03, 10 miles.
$2,500.
Okay, so it is a little bit bumpy, but the winds are indeed giving us the headwind. That tempo has not sort of materialised. We've basically got what the METAR reported without the tempo, which is fine. Okay, we've got about 5.5 miles to run. Gear down. Let's start setting her up. Flaps 3. Speeds checked. Flaps 3. Landing checklist. Cabin is secured. Current altitude is 3,700 feet. ECAM memo is landing. No blue. mostly a headwind, so that's good. Fabric on Twitch, I'm using the Thrustmaster TCA Captain's Pack for that. There are a lot of trees on this approach, aren't there? It's very, very green. Very scenic, actually. You can tell that it's not just flat terrain, though, can't you? The sort of terrain mesh isn't too bad here. Looking at the distance, we can just see that that sort of terrain as well that we spoke of in the brief.
1,000.
Right, okay, let's bring her in. So, 1,000 feet. I have control. Appears we've got touchdown zones on Pappies. I don't think they're meant to be there.
100 above. $500.
A little bit of extra lift there,
Minimum.
just watch that. So minimums continue.
$50, $40, $30, $10, $5.
Spoils deployed, reverse green. We'll take the reverses off. We need to get to the end anyway before we can backtrack and turn around. Okay, manual brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Right, have we got time to get the return in? Stick with us. Let's try and get the return in.
Heading to runway 07.
Christian, where are we? France. Go away. Should we head back to Gatwick? I'll do a quick turnaround. Not quite sure these are accurate. I'm going to run over some lights here if we're not careful. Don't think they're meant to encroach onto the runway area. Limoges traffic, easy 62 Foxtrot Whiskey is now backtracking runway 21 to taxi to the gate. Right, where's GSX going to pop us? 0 suitable parking spaces.
Limoges traffic, speedbird 33 is lining up runway 03.
There's a speedbird lining up 03, is there? You're not allowed to take that taxiway. Or, oh, actually, that might be taxiway Sierra. I can't tell you shit. Right, where can we go? 1 alpha, 2 alpha? Yeah, 2 alpha's a good shout. In the middle. Hey, Bobby Fuzzy! How are you doing, mate? Long time no see. Hope you're well. Yeah, so the taxiway just here, we can't take this one, so even if you're landing on runway 21 down here, you still have to backtrack. It's too narrow, this one. Now, the one we're going to take just here is also actually a really narrow taxiway, so I want to just be a bit careful. So I couldn't find any payware airport for this one. I think it is just this this freeware, which is absolutely fine. Little airport like this, it's almost quite impressive that there even is a free one available. Limoges traffic easy, 62 Fox Whiskey, vacated runway 03.
Fantastic, about time. Limoges traffic, speedbird 33, departing runway 03.
Oh, at least I take the correct taxiways. Right, come on, let's get her in. Quick turnaround. And then back to Gatwick. Did anyone notice coming in if we got the grass strip on the right hand side? I didn't. I was looking at the runway. Okay, all good. Happy APU's running. Let's get some air on for the passengers. Parking brakes are set. And engine 1 shut down. Engine 2 shut down. Right, welcome to the Limoges. We'll get ourselves back up and running. We'll get passengers off. We'll get the next passengers on. And we'll get back to Gatwick. Alright, beacon lights off, all lights are off, they're fine. Good stuff. Alright, so radar predictive windshield is off, parking brake is on, engines are off, external lights are off, fuel pumps can come off as well. Let's plug our photo. Let's plug our tablet back in before it dies. Right, next flight then. Let me just grab SimBrief and I'll sort this next flight out for you. Don't know what the company message is that's just come through there. So our call sign for the next flight is 92 Hotel Echo. So I'm just using SimBrief at the moment to sort out our next flight. Coming in, it'll be runway 26 right. Sort out our alternate airports as well. So, bring that in. So, Bristol, where the hell's that? EGLF, I don't think that's a real option. Okay, there we go. That will work. Hey Charlie, good to see you. Hey Tom. Buddy, glad you enjoyed the flight. Right, that's our flight routing, about an hour's flight time. So we'll just pre-file that and then we'll get all set up, ready for our next one. Flying a lot higher on the way back, 34,000 feet. Hey Pedro, hope you're well. Fruit Bat, you're just going to try and get home from the office while staying around while staying under the speed limit during our turnaround time. Fair enough. Okay, let's just update our call sign here on VATSIM. So the new call sign is, and I'll pop this into the chat in a moment, 92 Hotel Echo. So we'll just reconnect on VATSIM with the new call sign. And we should be on. The operational flight plan then coming into the chat in a moment. There you go. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can now grab that. And so hopefully we should be about ready to go. How are we doing with our deboarding process? Oh, there they all are, look. Off they go. Alright, so let's just check. Let's we've got external power available. Let's get that connected then. Shut those down. And that down. Keep them all happy. So overhead, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Okay, good. All right, so let's get set up for the return leg. That's why I'm sorting my screens out. So hopefully now we'll do this and it should update again as we're all set. Right, there we go. So 92 Hotel Echo, Bristol's the alternate 5340. No real wind. Landing weight is going to be not very heavy at all today. Departing 0326 right, arrival couldn't have more golf, so we're used to that. 5.5 tons. Let's see what the weather's looking to be. Oh, the weather's a lot better than it was earlier on, so that's going to be fine getting back into London. Let's have a look. Is there anything happening? So a slight chance of the winds getting up to 25. I've not done that yet. Yeah, there's nothing there that concerns me. Bristol also looks very well. So that's fine. That's our flight route. Exactly the same. It's one thing doing a return leg, but you've pretty much, you know what the weather is because you've just flown through most of it. So that's all okay. Right, what fuel should we take on the way back? Probably still got quite a few left over from that actually. What did we land with? We've got 3.6. Okay, so we need to load a little bit of fuel. Gatwick's always a bit busy. We need to think about maybe holds and things like that. So I reckon if we go with, let's take 5.8. So that's going to be 5.8. I think is going to be plenty. So we'll get that started in a moment. So just say bye bye to all our passengers on that last flight. Should have done this a bit earlier actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, I hope you have enjoyed your flight with us today here on Easyjet. On behalf of myself, the first officer and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport, and we hope to see you again very soon. In order to increase the comfort of your next flight, please take a look at joining the Easyjet Sim Pilot channel, and we offer extra perks for those frequent flyers. We look forward to seeing you again. Thank you once again for flying with Easyjet.
Maybe they only update their meta once every hour, because that's not that's nearly an hour old, this one. So QNH is now 1015, and we'll look to get going with our new passengers. What was the touchdown rate of that last one? Was it all right? Hopefully it wasn't too bad. It looked a bit windy on the approach, didn't it? But I think it was all right. Okay, so let's get up the information we need for our departure. Don't need to reboard them. Jordan, 97, under 100. That's rare. Okay, so Balan 3 Alpha is the departure. And we're looking at 26 left arrival, Kunav 1 Golf. Let's have a look at the charts. And we'll get GSX to start getting our passengers on board, I think. Wow, okay, so that's quite a brisk turn, isn't it? Pretty much. 1,800 feet and then a left turn. Bear in mind, remember, it's not very far out. Airfield elevation is 300, so really we're going to get to about 500 feet AGL and then off we go. Left turn. Nice bit of manual flying for that, maybe. Transition altitude is 5,000. Initial climb is flight level 70. MSA is 39. Okay, let's go through, set up the box and do what we need to do. Let's just have a look then and get the right charts for this. I'm not going to reload the flight route we need here, so we just need to Kunav 1 Golf arrival, that's the one, get rid of that, and then the approach will be 26 left, pin those in there, and Kunav 1 Golf comes in via Mayfield, doesn't it? Lovely. Alright, so let's set our box up. There we are, that's all updated. So IRS, we've got a drift at runway. Okay, so what we normally have to do with that, we'll just do a quick alignment, which is, I'll do them within 10 seconds I think it is, just for a quick realignment. A long alignment, you leave them off for over 10 seconds. So That should just hopefully sort that out. Aircraft status, that's fine. It's telling us the aircraft position is invalid actually. What we might do then, we'll not do a quick alignment, we might as well do the full thing, so let's turn those off. And we'll get them back on. Hey, Chocolate! Hope you're doing well. So we'll realign these while we set everything up. So we've just lost GPS primary. That's fine. Aircraft position's invalid. That'll come back in a moment. Right, so Easy 92 Hotel Echo for the return flight. Cost index of 4 as per usual. I like biscuits, great name. The screens above the McDo, so they're the DCDUs, which they are for receiving messages from air traffic control and things like that, which you can do. It does work in this aircraft if air traffic control are available for you to actually do that. Now, where's my tablet gone? There it is. So what we're doing, 34055 is 38851. That's close enough. Let's grab the winds. Our alignment in about 7 or 8 minutes or so. So what was it? 340 minus 55. Zero 3 Balkan 3 Alpha departure. ILS 26 left. Kunav 1 Golf arrival. Comes in via Timber, and then not Willow, Timber, and then Mayfield. $372, and it can't give us this yet because it's not aligned, so we'll go back and check that in a sec. So RadNav page is still all set. 340, ignore these optimums and maximums because we haven't updated the payload for the aircraft. Let's do that just now. So that's going to be on here. Mass and balance, we're taking 5.8 tons. And load that. Tell GSX to start doing the visuals for our boarding.
Passengers bus is coming.
Be nice if we could get out of here quickly, wouldn't it? So 34035 is optimum, so 340 is going to be fine. And the init B page, let's have a look. Have we got a load sheet? We have, so 58.8, 31.1, and fuel for the alternate, which was, where was it? Bristol, I think, according to the flight plan. Yeah, Bristol, alternate fuel, I'll call it 1.4 tons. We're going to take 5.8 with us. 21 degrees here. Could be getting stuff in the cabin, couldn't it? Hey Borix. So the problem is as well in real life that the TCAS systems would talk to each other, so it would send one aircraft up, one aircraft down. You wouldn't get both aircraft doing the same thing like we did today in the sim. Let's It's just a sim limitation, sadly. Do you know what? You can't do fuel planning because the areas aren't aligned yet. But we're taking 5.8, which is going to be fine. So let's get that in. Takeoff weight 64.4. Right, let's have a look at SimSmart. Fox Bravo Lima. Runway 3. And calculate, just so we can get these details. Right, 2273, 2273, 2273. 2273, 2273, 2273. Let's do the takeoff performance calculations as well. So, it is dry, it's not raining or thundering, they're all fine. Takeoff weight is 64.4, so we're lighter on the way out than we were on the way there. C of G is 29.7. Let's just sync live weather. In section data, there's not going to be any, so it's just going to be full length. 37, 40, 40. Flaps 1, and what was the flex? I didn't write that down. 66. Okay, we've already confirmed thrust structure acceleration is fine. Cleans to 14. Secondary flight plan then, let's copy the active and see what we've got. Engine out procedure, non-standard LOE, left turn to Migra holding point. So that's pretty straightforward. LOE. Then, oops. Turn to Migra, enter the hold, what we got? 064 right turns. Then back here, we're below maximum landing weight, so that's not an issue. On nav 03 arrival, no start. Migra. Good stuff. Okay, a few things we can't check yet, just because we're doing our realignment at the moment. So we'll just wait for that to sort itself out. Now, how warm is it in the cabin? I bet it's 27. Oh god, it's starting to get warm. Let's get that APU on. Open the doors as well, I think. Let's just cool it down a little bit. Hello. You're pointing the wrong way. Flipping out, that was quick. I'm sure the cockpit showed 33 a minute ago. It's now 22. How quickly did that cool down after we opened the windows? Does look like those clouds are starting to build over there. Where we're departing, we're heading over there. It's cleaner skies. There we go, our alignment is done. Dilly Goo Goo, is there a case to take off with flaps 3? Yeah, definitely. Short runway, wet runway. Bit of a tailwind as well, perhaps. Right, there we go. Left turn, back in. That's the engine out procedure just confirmed. Flight plan 366. And what did we have in the OFP? 372. That's fine. Hey, Lucy Mark, welcome on board. Hope you are well. Elliot, are you excited? Are you looking? I'm getting the feeling you're very much looking forward to getting into this aircraft. What you'll have to do, Elliot, you'll have to put us on stream from one of our old flights and replicate it. I'll find one. So, passengers are coming on board. I just want to check. Got the latest meta, haven't we? Then we can do our brief and get going. QNH 1015. So that's set. Set, level 5. 1015. Initial climb out here is 70. And we're all set. Okay then, let's do our departure brief. So, weather here in Limoges, whatever you want to call it. This place, France. A few CBs around as we depart, and wind is what was it? More or less a headwind, isn't it? Wind is 360 at 10, but also we've got a tempo varying 15 and gusting 25, so just be aware of that as we depart. Weather en route, CB's climbing out, but then when we get into Gatwick, all should be fine. Nothing's broken on our aircraft today, no times for the departure or our arrival. Threats to be aware of, narrow taxiways here, very short taxiway as well. We've also got a backtrack, no air traffic control either. So let's have a look what we're doing and where we're going with this. So we're going to taxi out from the main apron, stand 2A. I don't think pushback's available here. I'm not certain, but I don't think pushback is available. Let's have a quick look. Communications, departure. Yeah, there's nothing real much. I'm just guessing, you know, it's the sort of the angles that we've been told we need to park at. So 2 Alpha, now we've got that as well. Let's just check that the ideas are good. So, Iris in it. For 2 Alpha is 45517, yeah, 110.6 east, yeah. Okay, all good. So we are going to get engine started and stand with a left turn. We're going to taxi out Charlie. We'll backtrack then on runway 21. And then it's a departure straight out. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Straight out, and then once we had 1,800 feet, left-hand turn, Bravo Lima 602, noise abatement to departure. No speed constraints, so we'll clean up as we go on schedule. Initial climb 7,000. MSA 3,900 feet. Engine out procedure is non-standard, straight out, left turn, then at the NDB, the low NDB, enter the hold at Migra, and if we get safe there, 4,000 feet, should we need to. Alright, I think we're good. So, that's on, let's get that on. Refueling's completed. APU is up and running. Get rid of external power. The taxi light's still on. Didn't realise that. Seatbelt signs are on. I was just looking at that. I think that looks like a big aircraft. An A330. Interesting choice. Okay, so cockpit preparation. Let's do it. So aircraft access has been completed. Fuel quantity is 5.8 tons. Got all that balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. Deers. We've got our 3 nav greens. And about RFQ is 1015, 1280. Say we've got 3 nav greens. Let me just double check that we have, yes. Right, let's shut those windows and we'll start getting ready to go then. There we go. Now we are on Unicom, aren't we? Yes. Let's get our ground services sorted. That can come off. That can come off. It's still quite warm, that, isn't it? Let's get both packs on. Right, we're not going to push back or anything like that because we're going to get our engine started on stand. So, on Unicom, beacon lights on. A Squawk 2000 as well, that needs to be set as we know squawk code for this leg. Acupressure's in the green, and we're all set. Okay, so before start checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff data is confirmed. Actually, just 1 second. Yeah, Bal 3 Alpha 03, that's fine. Takeoff data we needed to confirm. So 137, 140, 140, 214, that's 166, yep, that's fine. Takeoff data is confirmed. The windows are now closed. EFB is it's disappeared, I've got rid of it, it's fine. it's closed and it's on flight mode. Doors are closed and armed, well they should be, yep, there they go, and the beacon light is on. Alright, let's get our engine started. Limoges traffic easy, 92 Hotel X-ray is starting engine stand 2 Alpha. Engine mode selects 2 ignition, starting engine 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will
engine 1 stable, starting engine 2.
Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
So just wait for engine number 2 to sort itself out, and then we can taxi off. There you go. So our after start flows, engine mode selectors to normal. APU bleed can come off. APU master can come off. Anti-ice not required. Zero the rudder, which is much more important in after doing a rotation flight, because by default this is normally set to 0, but obviously we've had it working for the first flight, so we need to arm spoilers, zero the rudder, flaps 1, set the trim, and the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ECAP status is all checked, pitch trim is 29.6 and the rudder is neutral. Brake temperatures are fine. Limoges traffic, EZ62 Foxtrot Ski will be taxiing now. Stand 2 Alpha, and we'll be backtracking runway 32. Not going to get the weather radar on things on just yet, not whilst we're facing towards the facing the terminal and things. Right, nice little airport that, wasn't it? Right, so that's better. Get that on, that's on. They're on, and that's done. Okay, so quick PEDS check. No LMC is changing the performance. Normal flex departure, runway full length today. It is dry. It hasn't started raining, so there's a bonus. And where's this aircraft come from? I've got a random aircraft just sat in the middle of the runway. No comms. Interesting. We did pick it up as one of our little threats, didn't we? Uncontrolled airspace. It's like a ghost aircraft. Leannis, a little French village. Do you know what? It's got another name as well, hasn't it? Bellegarde. Limoges traffic. EZ92 Hotel is now entering runway 21 backtracking via taxiway Charlie. Okay, approach path is clear, lights are on. Let's go.
Limoges traffic, Shamrock 221 will taxi to runway 03 via Sierra.
Your aircraft is too big for taxiway Sierra. In fact, taxiway Sierra is too big for a an A320. So, or rather, the A320 is too big for taxiway Sierra. Mark was that Dark Fury in stealth mode. What, because he went over the grass? Look at those cloud build-ups there now. Right, now we're on the straight and narrow. Let's get the checks done. So, PEDS check. So, no change performance, full length, dry figures, runway 03, no LMCs. Engine out procedure, we turn left. It's non-standard, so it's a left turn.
Bordeaux traffic,
LOE.
834,
Holding point Migra, we get 4,000 feet.
Mike Golf 1 Lima,
departure is Ballon 3 Alpha. Straight out and then left turn at 1,800 feet. Noise abatement 2. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. And our initial stop climb is flight level 70. Almost looks like it's built on top of a little hill, isn't it, this aircraft? Now, we've got a grass runway over here, there is one. In real life. There could potentially be one just there. Yeah, maybe. They have lots of glider traffic around here. Okay, so whilst we're just doing that, what I didn't do, flight control check, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, full left, and neutral. So the flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1, FMA, climb nav blue, 1 FD2 7000, radar predictive wind shear is on, ECAM mode, takeoff no blue, EFB is stowed and disconnected. Cabin is secured for takeoff. Takeoff runway is confirmed. Full length runway 03. TCAS. We can now pop on. So we've got TARA. Get the packs off, and we're good to go. Limoges traffic EZ92 Hotel Echo is departing. Runway 03 Balkan 3 Alpha. I was going to say 92 Hotel X-ray then. Okay. So takeoff. Start the chrono. 50% M1.
Limoges traffic, Shamrock 221 will line up runway 03 behind the departing Easyjet traffic.
And set takeoff thrust. And flex SRS. And the sun's out. V1, rotate. That was a better takeoff than Gatwick, wasn't it? Positive rate, gear up, nav. So it is 1800 feet, left turn. Thrust climb, climb. Autopilot 1 engaged. Both packs back on. And S speed, flap 0, spoilers disarmed. I'm just listening. Thank you for the follow. And that's it. Away we go. That was a short visit, wasn't it, to that little village in France? Oh, I forgot to start the timer down there. Oh well, it's okay. You get the start times from the box in the real aircraft. Right, temperatures are good. Don't need anti-ice. So we've got no further air traffic control or anything like that. Let's set our own climb. Let's go flight level, thrust climb, open climb, and flight level 260 blue. Jet spoilers, flaps, gear, and get the lights off now. We'll see what the weather is in Gatwick in a moment, as we head back there. It was a little bit windy, wasn't it, when we departed? So wait and see what it's like when we come back. All right, 10,000 feet, airports on the EFIS, and clear the RadNav page out now, don't need that. Second flight plan as well, let's copy the active. We've got a company message, I think that was the arrival message, which I didn't bother to check. Oh, there we go. Actual time of arrival was 15:27. Not sure what time we were meant to get in. Jordan, you're gonna have to have a crack at VATSIM tonight, Jordan. See if you can get your first full flight in. Well, I'm sure you can. It's just a matter of being able to pick places that have got some ATC, isn't it? Let's get that off. See what signs off and go to our performance page. Cost index is zeroed. That's fine. Just check the performance page, progress page, file 340. Yeah, that's okay. So done. Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign has now been turned off. You are now free to move around the cabin and the toilets are now available. However, when in your seat, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
So Brian, yeah, how to update the AirX cycle in the Fenix if you've got the Navigraph subscription. So as Christian's just said, you need to download the Navigraph Nav Data Center, and it's updated in there. It's also how you update the AirX cycle for the simulator as well. You obviously don't want old data in the simulator but new data in the Fenix, because that could cause you some issues. Bob is absolutely correct. Jordan, once you have flown on VATSIM and got to grips with it and enjoyed it, it is incredibly difficult to do a flight without. It's just, nothing will ever be the same again. Flop says there's an event at Copenhagen tonight called Vectors to Copenhagen. Always insane amounts of traffic and good fun. That is perhaps the kind of event that you might want to avoid if you are brand new to VATSIM. Plus, Copenhagen are great because they do it very realistically in that they just give you the visual approach and say, there you go, 5 mile final visual, which is what they do in real life as well. So you'll get a nice short approach in there. The main thing is, Jordan, make sure you get a pen and paper handy because you will probably need it, and make sure you know how to fly your aircraft. If you've got a pen and paper and you know exactly how to fly your aircraft, you'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry about making any mistakes on communications or comms, anything like that. Everyone can do that, myself included. So just yeah, just go for it. William is, yeah, okay, sorry William, it is now called the Navigraph Hub, not the Navigraph Data Center. They've given it a new name. Jordan, it took you 4 hours to gather the guts to do a radio check. I mean, it probably didn't take me that long, but I probably spent a lot of time listening before I did it. Flops, you've never got the visual approach there, and they never do it when there's an event. Oh, I've had it several times. Which is okay if you're coming from the south, land runway 22 left, because if you're coming from the south in the simulator, you can just look out the captain's window. But when you're coming from the north and they want to give you a visual, well then it's over here, which is obviously a bit harder to see, isn't it? Hey, Korea, hope you're well. Hey, Sarkotech. Chocolate, when can we return to Luton? They don't do nearly enough. We don't do nearly enough flights. They consider it. Yeah, I know. The reason for that is I didn't really like the scenery, but Christian has just said that it has had an update, so I might have to check that out because it was very bumpy, wasn't it? Oliver, you're still too scared to go on VATSIM. You're just getting comfortable with operating the Phoenix. That's absolutely fine, Oliver. That's the right way to do it. Get comfortable operating your aircraft. Right, I'm going to do a little direct here. We're going to go direct to Vanad. Might save a couple of minutes. Well, Christian, if they've updated it, I'm going to have to try that out. They, well, I think I bought that through Microsoft Flight Simulators Marketplace as well, so hopefully that's got the update as well. We are indeed heading back to Gatwick. I should probably update the overhead banner, shouldn't I? So, hopefully that's now done for you. Looks like a bit of ATC is around as well in Gatwick, so if Andrew's here, he'll be happy. $10,000 feet to go, then we'll be at cruise. Looks like a nice hot day over France. Looks gorgeous, actually. Very few clouds around.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Hey, Mona Lima, hope you're well. Oh, I'm starting to flag now, guys. I had a very busy weekend, so I was out at a do on Saturday night, which was great. Enjoyed that. Didn't drink too much because I had to be up for work at 5 AM on Sunday morning. I crawled into bed. No, I didn't crawl, but I got into bed at 2 AM on Saturday had 3 hours sleep and then was working on Sunday, so it wasn't a great... it was alright. I managed to sort of get through that, but I think I'm now starting to suffer the after effects. So with a bit of luck, we'll get some VATSIM ATC, and we might have fun getting into Gatwick with a bit of traffic around. So good way to start your evening. And it's only a short flight back, so not going to be long at all. In fact, you know it's a short flight when you can set the nav display to the maximum range and see both your departure and arrival airport. I've also got France Control online. Excellent. Oh, Andrew, I bet you're so happy. 1255. Might have ATC for the entire duration now. Brest Control, good afternoon, Easy 92 Hotel Echo, passing flight level 290, requesting flight level 340, direct Vanad.
Easy 92 Hotel Echo, bonjour, squawk 5475.
Squawk 5475 for Easy 92 Hotel Echo.
Easy 92 Hotel Echo, identified, climb flight level 340, direct Podem.
Continue climb flight level 340 and direct to Bodem for Easy 92 Hotel Echo. Right, where's that? Bodem. And direct Bodem, a nice little 125 mile direct. Perfect. That'll get us in for about 10 past 6 local time here in the UK. Sarkotech says the big default of VATSIM for me as a French sim is there is no more French ATC compared to IVAO. Yeah, you don't often get a lot of French ATC on, unless there's, you know, events on and things. I have found that over France, which is a real shame. Although Sarkotech, can you do me a favour? How on earth do we pronounce Limoges, or wherever it is we've just flown to today and have now just departed from? Because I have no idea, and you're going to have to spell it out very phonetically for us. I haven't got a clue how it's meant to be, how it's meant to go.
Roger Control, Easy 18 Hotel, climbing through 22, flight level 220 to flight level 370.
Easy 18 Hotel, bonjour, climb flight level 370, direct Alpha Mike Bravo.
Climb flight level 370, direct Alpha Mike Bravo, Easy 18 Hotel.
Christian, you once heard a rumour that French VATSIM ATC community had a lot of arguments, so that's maybe why. Oh, I don't know about that.
Hello, Easy 14 on the mic with you, 340 inbound collect.
Easy 14 November Mike, bonjour, squawk 5654.
5654 in squawk.
Avasia, in real life, can air traffic control change your squawk code en route?
Ryanair
Yes, they can.
To Juliet Charlie, turn the right, heading 250.
Right 250, run 52 Juliet Charlie.
El Chocolat, Limoges? Limoges? Is that it? We've been calling it all sorts today. About 700 feet to go until we're at cruise.
Europa 42 Kilo Delta, leaving my airspace, monitor Unicorn 122.8, bye-bye.
Unicom, Europa 42, Kilo Delta, thank you, goodbye.
Manic Mimer also pops for
Easy42, November
Limoges.
Mike identified, direct rescue.
Direct to, sorry a second.
Direct rescue, Romeo Echo Victor Tango Uniform.
Mac Alt Star. Yeah, Christian, it went from a cat to a mouse really fast. How were you pronouncing it, Christian? Sarkate. Difficult to say in text. I'll check if I can send you my voice on Discord. That'd be interesting. Limiao. I think I prefer that pronunciation, to be honest.
Ryanair 52 Juliet Charlie, request approach.
Ryanair 52 Juliet Charlie, turn right heading 360, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 03.
Right 360, cleared ILS Zulu 03, Ryanair 52 Juliet Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know, we've reached our cruising altitude for today, and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have, and they invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. A reminder that our Easyjet SIM
Red Control, bonjour, Easy46 my goal, level 270 inbound Upalo.
Easy46 Mike Golf, bonjour, expect Godan 1 Charlie arrival, runway 03.
Godan 1 Charlie, runway 03, Easy46 my golf.
Hey Ewald on Twitch, how you doing, mate? France is more active on IVAO, but the rest of the world lacks air traffic control compared to VATSIM. Yeah, so
Easy46 Mike Golf, proceed direct.
I do think VATSIM worldwide isn't bad at all.
Direct Godan, Easy46 my golf.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to train as a French air traffic controller. Right, let's do a fuel check as well. And so, where are we? We've just gone a beam Vanad for now. So let's have a look. What extra fuel did we take? We took 5.8 tons. Sorry, I was just looking at the plug fuel there. I'm only 2 digits off my squawk code. That's rather random. Yeah, so plug fuel was 5.5, so we took 300 kilogram extra plus contingency, so we've got about half a ton extra fuel. So Vanad, we should have about 4, yeah, maybe 4, just under 4 tons of fuel. What have we got? We've got 4-1, we've got plenty. Hey Lemon Wolf, good to see you.
Ryanair 52 Juliet Charlie, runway 03, cleared to land, wind 030 degrees, 7 knots.
Good land 03, Ryanair 52 Juliet Charlie.
See what the weather's doing in old Paris. Leanna, I agree with you. It would be great if there was just one network, wouldn't it? If there was just one network, imagine where all that extra traffic would be concentrated on one area. Hey, Bob031 on Twitch. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks for joining us. Right, Paris is wide open. What's happening in Gatwick?
President, good afternoon. Speedbird 14 Romeo with you. Flight level 336 for flight level 352.
Speedbird 14 Romeo, bonjour, climb flight level 350, direct, resmi.
Climb to flight level 350, direct, resmi. Speedbird 14.
Press control, bonjour. Eurowings 6
3013 Cavalcade. Excellent.
Eurowings 6 Hotel Alpha, bonjour, direct DSAC.
Direct DSAC, Eurowings 6 Hotel Alpha.
Speedbird 3 Hotel Whiskey, leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks for the help, 03 Hotel Whiskey.
Easy 32 Golf Romeo, leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 122.8, over.
Switching to Unicorn, Easy 32 Golf Romeo, thanks for service.
Chanex 1 Delta, leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Press control, Delta Echo Mike Whiskey Juliet, hello.
Delta Echo Mike Whiskey Juliet, bonjour.
Delta Echo Mike Whiskey Juliet, Cessna Chancellor 414, one person on the Channel Aviation apron, request taxi information for flight to Lima Foxtrot Romeo Delta.
The Lemon Wolf spent 2 hours cleaning after he came home from school as the cats turned the corridor upside. What do your cats do, Lemon Wolf?
6-5 and report ready for taxi.
Runway News 07 right, squawk 5665 and we'll report...
Christian, I'm not reading that out. Titanic Bug Games, how you doing? Welcome on board.
Delta Echo Mike Whiskey Juliet is ready to taxi.
Sorry, just having a bit of a text chat communication with my wife. Apparently I need to go and put a pizza in the oven in 10 minutes.
Taxi to holding point Delta, runway 07 right, and report ready for departure.
Titanic Boy, this is the Fenix A320 aircraft.
Holding point Delta, runway 07 right, vehicle Delta Whiskey Juliet.
Right, let's just get a bit of information for London Gatwick. Now, London Gatwick is a place that we've been to so many times, we know very well. So, in terms of the brief, it's pretty much just going to be rather standard. So, it is Cat 1 conditions, Cavalcade, so 396 are our minimums. We'll fill all this in the box a little bit. And MSA is 2000 and 2300. ILS is 257 degrees and India Whiskey Whiskey. And it's about 196 feet. Missed approach is 3000. Right, in about 8 minutes, I need to go and put a pizza in. Don't do this in the real flight deck. Using the chrono to work out when I need to go and give some food to one of the kids. Brian, I'm going to go and put Peter in the oven. Yeah.
Delta Whiskey Juliet, do you need backtrack? You have 1,400 meters.
Delta Whiskey Juliet, stand by.
1,400 meters doesn't sound like the kind of length you could get out a 737 or A320. I don't know what kind of aircraft that guy is, but yeah, you might want to backtrack and get a bit more runway ahead of him.
Delta Whiskey Juliet, backtrack not required.
Oh, good lord. He's empty.
Copied, so Delta Whiskey Juliet, line up runway 07 right, cleared for takeoff, wind 030 degrees, 16 knots.
Jet to takeoff, runway 07 right, Delta Whiskey Juliet.
Christian, you pitted the Zurich control yesterday. Two departures before him, and both were given a direct 2 with a right-hand turn. Both went left. Controller made no comment. Oh dear.
Brest Control, bonjour, French Baguette 1 to Papa with Charlie, IFR to Dublin.
French Baguette 1 to Papa, bonjour.
Oh, Brian, if it's a GA aircraft, then...
Airbin 4 November departure,
yeah, you can get up.
runway 03,
That's no problem.
initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 5653.
Clear Dublin, Airbin 4 November departure, runway 03, initial climb 5,000 feet and squawk 5653, French Baguette 1 to Papa.
Lemon Wolf, I think Unicom...
1 to Papa, read back correct.
Unicom can be really good as long as everybody's communicating. What can get a bit frustrating is when people don't communicate.
Runner 52 Juliet Charlie, request taxi back to the gate.
French Baguette, is that the name of the VA? Someone needs to turn that into a real world airline.
Charlie, taxi
I'm now trying to imagine their livery.
Romeo on your left.
Please tell me that the fuselage is just wrapped in a skin to make the fuselage look like a French baguette. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that would be brilliant if it is. What's our company message doing down there? Oh, look at that. No ADC required. That's because we were on time. Okay. Let's fill out the box, then we'll do the brief, which should be pretty straightforward. So it's 1021. Temperature is 19 degrees.
Delta Whiskey Juliet, identified.
Wind 03013.
Climb altitude at your discretion and resume your own navigation.
396.
Climbing over here on the
Long runway at Gatwick, so config 3.
Navigation and Delta Whiskey Juliet, request traffic information.
And we're done.
Delta Whiskey Juliet, sure, stay on the frequency for flight following information.
So, just to help it sort the profile out, pop speed constraint 180 there, RadNav page, get Mayfield in the box.
Easy 46 Mike Golf, request descent.
Landing weight's fine, second flight plan
Easy
corrective, and we're done.
6 Mike Golf, descent flight level 120, level by Godam.
This is level 120, leveled by Godam, Easy 346 Mike Golf.
Clouds have thickened up just here, haven't they?
Easy 46 Mike Golf, after Godam 1 Charlie, expect vectors to ILS Zulu approach runway 03.
After Godam vectors to ILS Zulu.
Titanic Boy, is EasyJet my favourite airline? Not really, I don't have a favourite airline. I might have a least favourite airline.
Easy 46 Mike Golf, please the altitude to descent, please.
Easy 46 Mike Golf.
Hey Kivo, hey Lidosha. I'm well, thanks, hope you're well. Matty, thank you for the follow as well.
Easy 46 Mike Golf, sorry.
Eurowings 6 Hotel Alpha, leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 122.8 over.
Okay, so let's do the brief. Weather into Gatwick. It's fine, wind 03013, so a bit of a crosswind from the right, so coming in, cab okay. Nothing really concerning us there. Aircraft is still all working, no NOTAMs. Threats to be aware of, probably just the wind really, and usual traffic levels around Gatwick. That and having to put a pizza in, sort some tea out at the critical stage of flight. But aside from that, that's not really, that you wouldn't get that in the real world. So we are going to be doing the ILS 26 left, Kunav 1 Golf arrival. And if we just have a quick look at that, we've got 16070 speed constraints at Timber, and KK64 comes in via the Mayfield VOR Timber.
92 Hotel Echo, leaving my airspace monitor Unicom 122.8, over.
122.8, thanks for the service, Easy 92 Hotel Echo, bye bye. So pretty much standard Gatwick arrivals. So we'll be green dot on Mayfield unless told otherwise. Flaps 1 as we approach the localizer intercept. Flaps 2 as we go down the glide. Normal 3 degree, 45 meter wide runway ILS approach. Minimums are 396. That's how we're going to fly the approach. That's how we'll set up for it. We're going to do flaps 3, auto brake low. Just confirm we've got that in the box. Could have 1 Golf. Got Mayfield, tune VOR 1. Let's just put in Echo Golf Kilo 26 left. That's in the box. And VAP is 141. Config 3 for landing today. Minimum 396, which we've already said. QNH 1021. We'll sort that out in a moment as well on the instruments. Landing weight is absolutely fine. Second flight plan, copy the active. So 1021. And then that's done. Once vacated, we will expect to vacate at, if it's Echo, it's straight on and backtracking on the runway, and then if it is Fox or Golf Romeo, then it's across the runway and onto Juliet, backtracking. We'll probably be parking somewhere around Pier 6. If we need to go around, then it's straight out, and then when we're 2,000 feet, it's a left-hand turn or 1 mile ILS DME, whichever comes later. Left turn 178, and then follow instructions. So yeah, normal Gatwick stuff. Right, I need to go put pizza in. I will be back in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right, see, I knew that these timers in the flight deck had other reasons. So what's really concerning is in about 5 minutes, I've now got to go and take the pizza out and give it to a child. All right, quick update. They're now landing 08 in Gatwick. That's fine. So we'll just update this. So it's going to be ILS 08 right. What star will we be using? What is it? Kunav something. Right, hang on then. That's Kunav 1 Golf. Might actually still be the same arrival, to be fair. In fact, it probably will be Kunav 1 Golf arrival. The veer will change now to Willow. Actually, it might still be Timber, looking at the direction we're coming in from. Yeah, Timber, Mayfield, that's fine, it's still the same. It's all the same, it's just a different, different arrival runway. So, top of descent's done. Let's get down. So, as we briefed, I'm going to get down flight 160 at Amdut. Thrust idle open descent. What I might end up doing here is being a little bit unprofessional. We might have to throw ourselves into a hold whilst we, whilst I just go and pull a pizza out of the oven. Hey, Voltfoot off, good to see you. Just bring that profile back under control. Right, so there's a published hold at Amdut. I am going to have to use this hold, I think, just whilst we get sorted. Just keeping an eye on the profile, we're starting to catch up with that. Now I'm just having to work out if London Control are online. Hey Ferraz. Yeah, so it's autopilot toggle on off that I think you want to set that to. Clinton, is there a way the displays can be brighter? Not really. Maybe fly at night time, that makes it appear brighter. What I might do actually, we could hold sort of out of our present position, because that way we're not in anybody's airspace, are we? Which is probably a good idea. Don't want to get into the airspace just yet. So we'll do a present position hold in a minute, and then we'll carry on. Billy, the message on the eCam is a flaps 3, just telling us that we've got it set on the overhead. We're going to be doing a flaps 3 landing today. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to do a present position hold, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes because apparently I've got to go and feed my children. So let's insert this, and we're going to just pop that into manage speed for the hold as well. We'll leave that into in open descent. That's fine. Speed's decreasing, so we're just going to enter the hold here, and I will be back as quick as I can, guys. So thank you for bearing with me. Think of it as just avoiding traffic. What the hell is that? Oh, it's the reflection of the sun from the other side. Well, at least I think it is. Hope it is. That looks a bit like a UFO. Okay, guys, back in a moment. Right guys, back with you. How many whole turn circles have we done? Oh, that didn't take long. What was that, 1.5? Okay. Back direct Kunav. We'll pop that into managed descent now, as we can accelerate again, and we're nicely below that platform, that profile. Or is it just autopilot off, not the toggle? Fair enough. I can't remember what I've got it set to. I've got it set to the correct one, but I've no idea what it was. Billy, yeah, no, I have fed them. Basically, they just needed some food getting out of the oven. That's all it was. Yeah, it wasn't like I had to go and cook anything. Wife had already taken care of that, but she just had to nip out for 10 minutes. Christian, how on earth did I feed them in 2 minutes with a whole pizza? I don't have to physically feed them. They're old enough to do that themselves. They'll be watching Harry Potter or something upstairs. Of course, of now, Harry Potter is available on Netflix. My 8-year-old thinks that's just amazing. He can just put that on. He'd spend all day watching Harry Potter if he could. He's just got into it. He's reading the books as well with his mum. It's kind of a thing they do. Right, and we're back on track. I'm going to keep that speed up as well now. 270, so selected speed. Oh, Billy, didn't you know that? Yeah, all Harry Potters are now on Netflix. That's one in the eye for Disney Plus, isn't it? Oh, I love Snape, Billy, in the Harry Potter films. He's just... what an absolute legend Alan Rickman was. From Nakatomi Plaza to everything he's been in. What a genius actor he was. In fact, I don't think there's anything that I could say that he's ever given a bad or poor performance in. He gave everything he had into every role he ever did. Even something like the rom-com stuff like Love Actually as well. Brilliant. Kelly Curry on Twitch. Turbulence? Yeah, just a little bit. Fruitbat says that 5-year-old loves Harry Potter, convincing her she's really a so you're convincing her she's really a witch just so you can take her to King's Cross when she's 12 and watch her run into a wall. Well, my wife and my son, they're going down to London next week, and they are going into King's Cross. And I've told her you got to take him. You've got to take him to the. I think they've got a shop down there as well. So you've got to take him to platform 9 3/4. Titanic, well, it was my least favourite airline. It has to be the one with the harp on the tail, I think. It's clouded over here now, isn't it? When we departed out, there was hardly a cloud in the sky as we crossed the channel. William, for you it's United, but that's because of personal experience. I would imagine everyone has a personal experience with an aircraft that they don't like. There can't be any other reason for them not liking it. Right, we just need to go through the brief for this this runway change that we've obviously now got. We also want to select file 90. We'll leave that in descent mode as well. So speed, descent, that'll change to 90 blue in a moment. And then we'll just rebrief the approach for, I didn't want 90, I wanted 70. We'll just rebrief the approach 408 right. Oh, that is a bit bumpy, isn't it? Alt star.
Heathrow traffic speed is morning, Tchaikovsky, descending via the Alpha 1 hotel arrival to be level
altitude constraint
180 by FSTraffic.
So not too much to worry about difference wise. So still on the same approach, that's all fine. So we'll green dot as we start to make the base turn. Flaps 1 on the base and then flaps 2 as we go down the glide. MSAs we can range 2100. Our minimums then, let's just see what they are. So 196, that's fine. Minimums is 396, which is, I believe, that's also the same. Why are you not going down? Oh, I can't select it because of the bouncing turbulence. Right, descend 70 blue. There we go. Just check what those minimums were. $296. There we go. And we're still going to be doing a flaps 3 landing. That is 141. Hey, Level 5 Simulations, good morning. Do I have a tutorial on searching for the local cache folder in Microsoft Flight Simulator? No, because I've never deleted it that way. I always use the sort of menu that's there. You can obviously delete it, can't you, through the... you can delete it in the settings. I've never located the folder, and it's probably a bad idea to do something like that, to be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are traveling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt harness provided. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Diego, good spot, thank you. Right, speed 250. Back in over the coast now, where we left. Actually, we're a little bit further east this time, of course. Means we won't have the sun in our eyes as we're coming in. Now they've had a little runway change. Okay, so we've activated the approach phase. LS is on. India Golf Golf identified. Titanic, no, I'm not from Scotland. What gave you that impression? Struggling to bleed speed off here, aren't we? Let's pop it into open descent. Thrust idle, open descent, speed brakes. Pushback, yeah, London Centre is on. I expected them to give us a contact me, but they haven't done. Nuclear duct, yeah, so if you've got a problem with your flight plan being invariant, it sounds like different air cycles are sort of clashing against each other. Speed alt star. Okay, so our platform altitude for this runway, we're going to get down to 3,000 feet. So we're at descent 4,000 magenta, and let's run the approach checklist. So, starting with the seatbelt signs, get those on. So the approach checklist, barrel ref, QNH is 1021, seatbelt signs are on, minimums are 396, auto brake low, EFB is stowed.
Your traffic speed is 1 Tchaikovsky, 5 descending level 70.
So I'm going to just slow down that rate of descent because our profile will well above it, sorry, well below it. That will work fine. Now, no ATC has contacted us yet. I don't know. I'm not sure they always control. I think London control. They may just control sort of the central London, London City, London Heathrow. So while Gatwick is known as a London airport, they don't always control this far sort of south of London.
Gatwick traffic, 24645, vacated 08 right, over to ground.
Gatwick traffic EZ92 Hotel Echo is overhead Mayfield on the Kunav 1 Golf arrival, and we'll be approaching runway 08 right, ILS. Kurt 72, what is the magenta circle? Which magenta circle? I hope they'll help you with that. Remy, sadly not. No. Right, London Gatwick is over there, I think. Oh no, it isn't. There it is. Billy, yes, we are on VATSIM. Hey Top Gun, good afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're well. You join us as we return back to London after our flight to somewhere in France. Just brief what we do after landing as well, because we're obviously now landing different runway. So if we vacate Delta, Charlie, Romeo, we can cross the runway but do not enter Juliet, is essentially the plan.
Waterloo, I was defeated, you on the...
You may have noticed that we have just begun our final descent into our destination.
Was someone just singing Waterloo by ABBA?
Tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet Sim Pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cab crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
There's London Gatwick. Fruit Bat, I thought it sounded like it, didn't it? It's hashtag on Twitch. Any tips for getting started on VATSIM? I definitely recommend doing IFR flights first rather than GA flights. And other than that, just to make sure you know how to fly your aircraft, always have a pen and paper to hand as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrests down, and window blind open.
Easy
You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing.
Traffic.
Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
So I was just going to do a slightly shorter final, but we've got some traffic here, so probably shouldn't. He says, Stream sings Waterloo cabin announcement, the toilets are now out of use.
Gatwick traffic, Easy42 Lima Golf, taking off runway 08 right.
Right, let's start slowing down and then we can follow the traffic that's just gone in, can't we?
Gatwick traffic, Shannon 62 Golf Charlie, Spectre final 08 right.
Okay, so we'll use the heading bug. So we're now in heading mode. Manage speed, slowing down to green dot.
Stever traffic, Stever Concord 1 taxi 09 right.
Speedbird Concord.
Sharon 62 Golf
Alt
Charlie.
glide lock blue Catherine dual autopilot 1 and 2 lock start flaps 1 speeds checked flaps 1. Laurent, if you're unable to get the autopilot on after departure, I'm going to guess that you're over-rotating, so your airspeed's dropping too much. If you don't have positive airspeed, you'll struggle to get your autopilot back on. It's obviously one of the protections. So don't pull back too hard as you rotate. Keep that airspeed up, and then you'll be able to get it on. And Gatwick traffic easy, 92 Hotel Echo is established, runway 08 right at 11 miles. Gatwick traffic. Tiago, did we do an approach briefing before? Yes, we did, but we've kind of done Gatwick a heck of a lot.
Pilot, I know that voice anywhere.
Glide slope start.
Traffic,
And
we are
missed
at
approach.
Point runway 09 right at
Just double check this,
November 1,
because we have changed.
We will stay
Is 3000, yeah.
here for a while, so if you want, you can go November 1 or November right.
Right, 9 mile final. And we're on the glide slope. That is a nice crosswind that we're going to have to deal with coming in. Yeah, so Tiago, we did do an approach brief. We then did a quick rebrief as well because we changed runways.
2,500.
Okay, 8 miles, flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2. Remy, JA flights are general aviation flights, small aircraft. Right, we'll hold 160 knots till 4 DME. Lauren, you don't retract the flaps until after you pass S speed if you're doing flaps 1 for departure. Now, Gatwick ground is on, isn't it?
Yes, traffic, Lufthansa 8 Papa Lima. If you want, you can line up runway because I will stay on this holding point for a while.
5 miles, gear down, spoilers, flaps 3.
You're welcome.
Thought we'd turned our seatbelt signs on. I thought we'd done that ages ago. Anyway, late with that.
For traffic, Cedar 1 Tchaikovsky, turning left base.
Landing checklist, cam secured, go around altitude 3000, set ECA memo, landing, no blue.
1,000.
1,000 feet. And Gatwick traffic easy, 92 Hotel Echo, runway 08 right, 3 bar final. Right, we're going to need some right rudder, left aileron, hold the rudder in place. Maybe aim just slightly to the left of the centre line
500.
to account for that drift. Okay, 500, autopilot off, 5 control.
Okay, 455 taxi to runway 09 right via Alpha.
above.
Technically, this wasn't a stable approach because we left managed speed till late.
$50, $40, $30, $20.
Central traffic, top stage, 7 gauge 566, starting Pushback space, on taxiway Delta.
Okay, spoilers deployed, reverse green, decel.
Central traffic, top gauge 5.
Manual brakes.
Right, via November 1 on the way.
For traffic status 1 Tchaikovsky, turning final in the German left.
That was quite a funky crosswind landing. That enjoyed that one.
Sure, appreciate it.
William, it was idle reverse, or at least that's where I meant to go back to. I may have just pushed it a bit too hard with the thrust levers, but it should have just been idle reverse. Gatwick traffic runway 08 right vacated. Right, just contact ground.
The 456 Gatwick ground, good evening. Confirm your destination is Echo November Sierra Bravo.
I confirm Echo November Sierra Bravo, Bravo.
Okay, Tomjet 456. I've got a problem with the flight plan. I've tried now for the last 50 minutes to find a valid route for you. I hope I find some, but it's not looking good at the moment.
Flight cancelled. Can't find the route for you.
Okay, stand by, Tomjet, that's fine.
Gatwick ground. Good evening, Easy 92 Hotel Echoes with you. Vacated 08 right.
Easy 92 Hotel Echo, Gatwick ground. Hello, taxi stand 48 left via Juliet, Papa and Lima.
48 left via Juliet Papa Lima, Easy 92 Hotel Echo. Wasn't expecting that stand. Where's that? For 8 left. Oh, all the way up there. Juliet Papa Lima. Okay.
East flight 58 Lima November, stand 5 is ready for push and start.
East flight 58 Lima November, Roger, squawk 7321, stand 5, push and start approved.
Squawking 7321, push and start approved, and stand 5 for East flight 58 Lima November.
Let's get that APU on. Start that timer. Probably do a single engine taxiing maybe. Okay, left here on Papa. Christian, yes, I've still got the marks left over. Kiki says, nice landing. You were slightly left of the centre line. The first officer was slightly right. We'll take it. Jordan says, another amazing stream as always. Obviously, thank you so much, Jordan. Now, where are we going? Right, so we're right to the end, then left. Fine. Can we get GSX to work with us today? I'm going to have to shoot as well once we've got in. So
Gatwick ground, Casper 9 is ready.
48 left.
Casper 9, stand 176, push and start approved, face to the south.
Facing south.
Hey James, I have the Thrustmaster the pendular ones. Is it TPR? Where's this catering truck going? Stupid thing.
Easy 42 Lima Romeo, stand, let's see, 109, push and start approved, face to the west.
Not much luck of the Irish there for that Aer Lingus catering van. There's the train that, I forgot who it was talking about it earlier. James, you've just ordered the Turtle Beach, no more using the joystick. See, if you're flying Airbus, then joystick is perfect. I don't think I've ever parked at this stand before.
Tomjet 456 just sent you a new route, should be fine. There was a problem with the leave-in restrictions from the UK airspace.
Okay, no problem. We'll take that in now. We'll accept that, and we're ready for the clearance. We still have information from Romeo and H161. We're a 7-3 today.
Perfect. Just call me back when you're ready to copy clearance.
No worries, Tomjet 416.
Christian, already looking forward to the Phoenix update with the counter aileron on the decrabbing. Yeah, it's quite difficult to get right at the moment. The new update should solve that.
I have just landed on runway 08 right, ready for taxi to parking.
Seabird 19, please vacate the active runway. The after taxi to stand 36 left via
I'm following it.
Charlie, Juliet, Papa and Lima.
Following that, not following you. He's quite angry at me. Right, parking brakes on.
Gatwick ground. Could you say that again for me, please? I didn't quite get that.
Let's turn that off. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. Engine 1 and 2, down they go. Mark flat, that is freeware scenery. Yes, this is free from flightsim.to. Get the APU bleed on as well. And N1 drops below 10. We can get the beacon lights can come off. That's done. And Squawk 2000 set standby. Seatbelt signs can come off. And those two can come off. And GSX can deboard our wonderful passengers. Request deboarding. There we go. Right, there we are. A full 2-sector flight to some small village in France, whose name I'm not going to try and say again. Guys, thank you so much for spending the last 4 hours with us. I hope we've kept you entertained this Monday afternoon, first stream of the week. And that's it. We're done. Time now to go and clear up the mess that inevitably my children have made in my absence. So, guys, thank you for being here. Our next stream, not sure when it will be, but obviously you're on our Discord server. Make sure you pay attention to that, and we'll get that. We'll get the next streams advertised. Huge thanks, as always, to our EasyJet Sympathic channel members. Thank you so much for your continued support. You really are entirely all amazing. Remember, if you haven't done so already, make sure you link your accounts to Discord if you're on our Discord server, so you can access the members lounge. And of course, check out the members streams only as well. Very important that you check those out. Alright guys, thank you so much everyone. I will see you all in the next one, whatever you're doing tonight. Have a great Monday evening. Bye bye everybody.